This show includes naughty language, erotic role-playing, and inappropriate conversations and/or insensitive depictions of everyone and everything. The conversations, jokes, and voice acting portrayed in this show is parody, and in no way a depiction of our beliefs. If any part of our show offends you, simply don't listen to it anymore. Enjoy.
Welcome to another wonderful and peaceful episode of It's a Bit Shit. This is our second episode, and this week we're going to be doing The Breakfast Club. Joining us today, as per usual, is Aaron.
Aloha.
And Peter.
Hello.
We are the bukakers of this show. My name is Sam. Our bukakis this evening, we have Alex, formerly of Odysseus. I keep forgetting your new band name. What's the new band name?
Exotic Potion Cookies.
Exotic Potion Cookies. And Alex's partner has kindly offered to join us. Jazz, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad at all. All right. How's everyone been? Has it been good? You been good? You guys having a good time?
Great. It's been quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Yeah.
Just in cans.
I should probably let everyone know that unlike last time you were on the show and the rest of your boys were with you, this is probably going to be a little bit more tame, isn't it?
It'll be a bit more on track.
On track, yes, yeah. I think last time you guys rocked off, you were like already off your faces.
A little bit.
A little bit. We might have been. Just a tad.
The chops were off.
The chops were off, yeah. Yeah.
Not a clear eye in sight.
So this week we are doing The Breakfast Club, as I mentioned earlier. It's a film that's been around. It's influenced a lot of pop culture. It's been parodied 1,000,001 times. It's mostly a loved film, I would say. Going in, what did you guys expect? Aaron, you'd never seen it before.
Correct.
And when you came out of it, were you like, I got to get a tattoo with this film on me? Like, where were you?
I did not like this movie at all. I was like, how is this so popular? The 80s were wild.
And Peter, how about you? How'd you go with it?
Oh, I mean, look, I've seen it before. It's been a long time. I had forgotten about how bad the acting is, but yeah, it was a good time. Yeah. We had fun. Sam held me as we watched it.
We did. We watched it together again. It's been great. This time I didn't get stoned beforehand, so I was able to actually make coherent notes, which is something I'm going to try and do from now on. And I mean,
Sam.
Alex and Jazz, why don't you tell us what you think of the film?
Well, personally, I'd seen it once before, and I remember not liking it. And then I had to watch it again for this. I was like, I'll give it a go. I'll try and go in with like an open mind. And it was just awful. It's just a terrible, terrible movie. It's like there's very, very little going for it in actual fact. But
we can get into that shortly.
You're all
Jazz.
horrible. It's the best movie ever. I watch it at least twice a year.
At least twice a year.
Do you take notes on how to be an effective boyfriend from it?
Oh, God.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, it's time to get into it. I think this is the right button. Nope, that's the ending button. Let's try this one. What? Nope, we don't do that one anymore. It must be this one.
What makes it a bit shit?
Got it.
All right, let's get into the meat of this sandwich. All right, where to start? Look, I'm going to throw it out there. From the moment the movie starts, that soundtrack. Whew. Hey.
that is one of the only good things going for it, as far as I'm concerned. That's like, that's not a shit thing. That's like one of the best things about the movie.
I had just forgotten how long 80s intros were.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There was like a really cringy glass.
That's
wasn't it? Yeah. No, yeah.
That fucking glass smash got me straight away.
It's like 3 minutes of a song, which is a black screen.
Oh, yeah, but it's because they were influenced by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see any feet in the movies.
There was actually something to do with feet in it, but
Was there?
There was a feet thing somewhere.
There was when they were doing that little
Yeah.
ditty.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Of course there was, Sam. Yeah.
Because I remember your wife pointing out, like, Peter. And I was like, oh, Peter's got a boner. Oh, no.
It's
So
true.
then your wife and I double teamed you.
Not the first time, not the last time.
Just the meat in the sandwich.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time. I mean, yeah, look, the glass shattering, and there's like a David Bowie quote in there from like, is it a song from Changes? I think it's Changes.
Is that from Changes?
I think it's from Changes,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just brilliant. So then I guess like we get to that opening scene where all the kids rock up to school,
Yeah.
which is fine. And then Bender rolls up on screen and he's real broody and dark.
He's
And
the ultimate edgelord.
he is just
bro.
I don't know why he even rocked up.
Yeah.
Right? And then he hangs around. The whole fucking, I don't get that. I'm like, why is he even here still?
He's just like,
he'd go home and smoke cigarettes with
Yeah.
his dad.
He's like he's a 26-year-old man. Like, why does he have to go to the
He does look way older than the rest
Oh,
of them.
dude.
He's
So much older.
ridiculously older.
Hey, I've got to ask you really quick to railroad. Have you tried your shot of substance yet?
Right. Actually, we should probably get onto that before we get too much further. As is the thing that I've started doing and Peter's doing now as well. We're raiding the clearance bins of Dan Murphy's once every fortnight and getting alcohol from the clearance bin. This week I got Gantos and Abu Rad. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's a Lebanese drink. It has 3 1-star reviews and 3 5-star reviews. I read the reviews. There's nothing that's like amazingly scathing. It's just like, this is the worst type of this alcohol you can get. Please bring back the good brand. This is a 500ml bottle. It's 50% alcohol.
Jesus Christ.
It cost me $28. It's normally $49. So I'm going to have a shot of it.
that's almost metho. Like, that's rubbing alcohol sort of levels.
You could definitely clean things with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of smells like Peter's Palinkovic.
Palinka.
Your wife said it,
Kovac.
and your wife said it way better than
Yeah,
I could
because
say
she's
it.
European. It's built in.
Oh, that's probably too much already.
Nah, that's a
No,
good
that's
good
That's a
amount.
good shot, Sam.
That's like 25, 20
Just watch him.
mils,
Just like he just instantly hurls. Like
Man.
projectile all over
there's a
his
bongo
mouth.
behind you that could be like a.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can. Just don't tell your mum, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're just out there hosing it
Does
out.
anyone
Like,
else want to have a sniff of this while I...
Yeah.
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 It actually smells the same as his. Like, it smells like
Really?
fishy. Yeah.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's somehow more frightening because it's a clear
no.
liquid, whereas like Peter's is like dark, like Jägermeister.
Yeah.
So that you're like, oh, okay, it's dark like Jägermeister. That makes sense. But that's like a clear liquid.
oh yeah, that's just gonna kill you.
I'm going to try and
It
be
smells
functional,
like
guys.
a cleaning liquid.
It-
It smells like Ajax.
I see,
With
I
a
see
licorice
vinegar in this.
scent.
So think about it. We could probably use that to fuel your car because of how bad fuel is
I
at the
can
moment.
smell it. Oh, fuck. All right.
Do it. Ledge.
That's actually pretty good.
That's,
It burns.
I was going to say, your face doesn't think it looks good. Tastes good.
What's it aftertaste?
It's Sambuca, right? It's Sambuca. That's what it is. It tastes exactly like Sambuca, but it's like overpowering in all the wrong places.
right.
Oh,
So shaken on ice would be a
shaken
good
on
time.
ice, it would actually be really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it hangs around too. Holy
What's
shit!
sane in an insane world?
It's like it's gone along my tongue and it's just sitting there. It's just like coated my tongue, and that's all I can taste right now. Oh, fuck.
I've actually brought myself a drink too. It's called Powerade, and its flavour is purple.
And this thing is just light version of that, I guess.
All right.
Like,
Except
were they
it's
having clearance on
darker.
licorice tasting drinks? Is that what happened?
Can someone put ice in that? Can you put ice?
Apparently, aniseed's not a very popular
Squeeze a little
flavour.
Yeah.
Just ice and I don't know about lime. Maybe lime. Ice and lemonade. I think is if you just pass the lemonade down to me and I'll make it work.
And I've just got this. I've just got wormwood essentially at this point. Has yours got wormwood in it as well?
Who knows?
Mine's in a different language. You can't actually read it.
You got an imported sticker on the back, which is in English.
That's hanging. Does anyone else want a shot of it?
No, actually, it's
I do have to drive. So.
doesn't seem very.
This does
enjoyable.
pair really nice. This
Thank you so much, Jess.
Pentalogovac, whatever the word is, pairs really well with the Veebs I've got.
VB.
Mixing the two together.
Oh, bro.
We don't get copyright striked.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like the you can get it now thing, but it's just all in like
Where did my alcohol go? Oh, there it is.
It's still there.
It's fucking with me, man. It's already taking its damn toll on me.
yeah, it's the you can get it thing in Croatian. Like, oh dear.
I like how you're pouring like an actual shot. Like you're not going to be just drinking the whole thing in like an hour.
I'm not gonna finish 500 mils of 50% alcohol.
It goes cloudy when you
Oh, dude, that's sick.
put it with
Yeah, it
ice. It
looks
goes
like,
cloudy.
uh,
That's jizz.
Yeah, that looks like jizz.
Actually, that looks
What
like
the
cum.
fuck
If that
is
was
that?
more viscous, that would be cum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture just to share, just so that when this episode comes out, people can see
Put the
colour.
clear bottle next to it so people know that it was at one stage.
And everyone's just
not
like,
jizz.
and everyone's like, yeah, sure. Sam just came in a cup of ice.
That's a big load.
They're actually cum cubes.
Yeah. The guy at the ice, like the guys who make the ice, are just like,
That would honestly make more sense.
Jess was like, yeah, it was like a $7 bag of ice. I don't know. Usually it's like $3 a bag. I don't know what's going on.
we're not from Cairns, we don't know where to go. Like,
It's just like this shady guy said he was selling ice cubes, so we got him.
is that a shady guy saying he's selling ice in Cairns? No way.
You thought you were getting a different type of ice. You knocked up and it's just that. You're like, oh, okay, then.
Now with protein.
I think I bumped into a few of them last night, actually.
I can
There's
guarantee you
really
did.
intense people. Like this dude, I think there was two guys that came up to me and they're like, "How you going, man? How's it going?" And they're like full on. And I'm like, "Oh, all right, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah. No, I'm having a good night. I see you're having a good night too. That's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. So we were just at the intro before we got distracted by the alcohol, and the thing is like working its way through my body. I can still feel it. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Anyway, we were just discussing Bender or Judd Nelson as a character.
Why he rocked up
Why is
to
he
a
there?
Saturday. Why any of them rocked up to Saturday detention.
I mean,
don't know,
some of them
but
I can see why, because they were just being made to by
Their
their
parents-
parents.
their
But
parents were
he
like-
didn't. His parents didn't drop him off. He actively chose to get up out of bed and walk to school. Which
And-
I mean, I guess can be like maybe a reflection of how bad his home life is. So therefore, he'd
But you
rather
could
be at
literally
school.
go anywhere else. You could go outside
very
of
true,
like
yeah.
like 7-Eleven and
Yeah,
make
yeah.
clerks or some shit like
You saw
that.
how many jumpers and shit that guy was wearing. It was clearly cold, so he wasn't going to hang out outside.
I was confused by
Yeah.
that big overcoat that he had. It was a little bit too fancy. It was a little bit too like businessy.
Yeah, but obviously, he's the criminal. He stole it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Jazz, had your own opinion on why he was there, right? Though, do you not remember? Because this was an argument you were giving me when we were watching it.
I gave many arguments.
Yeah, it was like he needs the validation
Yes.
from his peers, because that's how he gets off essentially.
Really, I just jerk it. Not really.
Like I could give or take either way, but I feel like that's kind of a valid point
Yeah.
in itself.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then they all get into detention, and the first thing that happens is they make a gang rape joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Straight
a
up.
lot of really weird sexual predator sort of stuff going on.
There's-
in
yeah.
there.
You missed the part where they're showing the school, and it's the big sign that says "Hackers will be expelled," and I pissed myself at that. Yeah, they've got like the IT room, and it's got this massive sign at the top that says "Hackers will be expelled." I'm like, what fucking hacking are you going to be doing on an 80s computer? But anyway,
19,
Have you not
whatever.
seen War Games?
yeah, right.
I mean,
Some
come
big
on.
some big hacking right there. Computers are scary.
How's your jizz drink, Samuel?
It's not any better, eh? It's not any better.
I was going to say maybe lemonade isn't the
Yeah, maybe squeeze some lime. Can I get one of those limes thrown at
sure
me?
can, bro. How about I'm going to do pass the parcel. Everyone take a lime and
That's
pass
fine.
it.
I think it's maybe because I have the shot running through my
Maybe.
veins. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze a bit of lime in there and hope for the best. And toss that back down to Papa Peter.
Mine's getting worse. I don't know. I'm still in the same cup. It's just like
By the way, listener, if you're listening to us do these things, because I'm not editing this sort of stuff out, and you're like, can you please stop talking about the drinks you're making, then we will do it, but you just need to give us that feedback.
and we may not still do it. It just depends. Like,
It's been so nice not having to edit big chunks out. It's actually been really nice. Anyway, let's keep moving forward. So the first question I had before your wife told me how they all actually were was they all look like I don't feel like any of them really look like they're teenagers. Maybe
The
nerd, and maybe like Molly Ringwald looks like she's about 20, 21.
she's
sort of thing.
16 in
She
that, wasn't
could be pretty young.
She was
She could-
16. So
Yeah,
she was actually
sure.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Yeah.
But everyone in there just looks like they're way too old to be.
But isn't
in high
that
school.
every movie these days?
It is. Well, these
Like
days,
90210, they're just like, we're 17, but I'm actually 30. Like, no.
Yeah, that regrowth on your face says that away, son. Yeah.
No, that was just the question that I had about it. No, it's been proven wrong. I felt like when I was watching it, like these guys are all significantly older than they're supposed to be, but they weren't. They were, some of them were. Not all of them.
What were the ages? Does anyone...
Judd Nelson was 25, I think.
Shocking.
Molly Ringwald was 16.
Amelia
The nerdy kid was young.
22. Amelia Estevez was 22.
22,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
The nerdy guy, wasn't he like 17 or 18?
17 or 18, yeah.
He did look young.
And the goth chick was 22 as well, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That was weird. Anyway, am I skipping anything? Has anyone got anything they want to throw in here?
I don't think
I mean,
so.
I just had like random comments about like the use of the word fag everywhere.
Yeah.
Just written on
Fag and
walls.
faggot is
man.
littered throughout this. We just got cancelled for saying it.
Yeah.
But sorry, the F word is littered throughout this film.
If I just do this,
The-
we're in the 80s. It's
Yeah,
all good
yeah,
now.
it's okay.
Yeah, we can say this little shit.
This episode takes place in the 80s.
Podcasting before it was a thing.
We got a new content warning now. It's okay. We're covered for all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, this movie was all pretty much in the one room, I have no real... Like, all of the 5 things I've written, I have no idea where in the film they are, because it's all in the, like, the part in the library where... No fucking idea. So when you're like, this part when they're sitting talking about this, I have no fucking idea what we'll be doing.
That's okay. That's all right. You just bring things up as they come up.
I have one thing.
Yeah.
I failed to see how Molly Ringwald is a prom queen. Straight up.
She is the prom queen.
Yeah, she's allegedly, but like
That's pretty good.
they're like, the prom queen here. I'm like, doubt it. I doubt it. She lacks the confidence of a prom queen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've met prom queens. They're cunts.
Yeah.
And she's annoying. She's not cunty.
Yeah.
Did they have prom in Togo, though?
Yeah, fucking one Atherton High. So if I can write that down.
Yeah. We didn't even have one in Cairns, man. Like,
You have like a Deb or like that's like year 10 or some shit, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
Did you even graduate? Like, is that
Yeah,
a
bro. I've got
formal? You had a formal.
I had a formal. Isn't that different to prom? I thought prom was a bit like less.
I thought
formal?
that was the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I think it's just like an American word for it.
No,
Did you have a formal king and queen?
no.
Well, then that's not a prom.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I think it's just different country, different rules, isn't
Yeah.
it? But I thought it was like essentially the same thing, just called differently. but
Yeah, I thought
maybe
it was the
slight
same thing.
differences.
Was there
I just had
kings?
the best idea. You know how we're talking like we need to do like a tour together? At every show, we should have like whatever we call the tour, we should have like a king and queen of that at every single
no.
show. And we just vote people.
Alex is like, I don't want to tour with you guys.
Oh,
The more and
that's
more
a-
time I spend with
that's
these
an
fucking
idea.
idiots.
We'll talk about our people will talk. Right?
I'll have my people talk to your people. We'll see if we can work something out.
Gross.
So good. Can you imagine the engagement? Well, at the end of the night, we'll pick a king and queen.
That'd actually be pretty cool, though.
From the audience too.
When you
Yeah, like from the
smash.
audience.
And by the end of it, like the little plastic crowns are just fucking ruined because like,
Let's be real, they're not plastic, they're paper.
Oh yeah.
oh,
we
we
get
get Hungry Jacks at every like we'll find out Hungry Jacks at every wherever you go and get one of the Hungry Jacks hats.
Come on, guys. It's all about engagement these days, all right? Getting
Yeah,
the audience
yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
We just fucking solved touring for bands that nobody cares
Yeah,
about.
well, do you know what? There's going to be like a bunch of people that are like, oh, wow, because we have heaps of listeners, obviously, that are going to now do this.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All of our fans.
We have to cut this bit out, Sam.
No, that's right. It's okay. We'll be fine.
The formula, it's out now.
Yeah.
That's it's copyright to us now.
Yeah,
and
this is a success point.
Oh, all right. So moving forward through the film, which is really hard to do because we're in the one place the whole time. When they all just like band together to protect Bender out of nowhere.
Is that? I think. Is
pretty-
that okay? No. Quickly, was that after
Gets the screw out of the door.
Yeah. So that's when the teacher's trying to keep the door open.
Yeah.
And it's like swinging shut, and then he puts something in front of it, and it's like someone pushes it shut. The door is like
yeah.
fucking.
It
Whoosh.
shuts so quickly. Yeah.
And yeah, no, that happens reoccurringly throughout this movie. Where I'm like, why are they protecting this guy?
Yeah.
Why are they looking out for this dude who gives them all shit?
It's camaraderie, bro.
At that point, they don't even know him though. At that point, he's being a dick, and they're like, "Stop being a fucking dickhead. Just
And then
sit the fuck down." And then he does the thing like, "No, it just shuts. Maybe the wind blew it."
Yeah. That's true.
Because they all know he's quite cool underneath.
Oh,
And how cool he is. Like,
Maybe like the turning point's when he tells the teacher to eat his shorts, and everyone's like, "Fucking."
all right, well, let's get on to that. Right, this movie is rated M.
Yeah.
It's definitely before an M film was only allowed to have one fuck in it, right?
I think that's PG, or is that one shit?
PG-13, but PG-13 is M here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but they say fuck so many times. He even says fuck to the teacher at one point. And he's like, "Don't fucking touch me. Oh, I'm a bad actor." But when like that happens, but
touch me, I'm a bad actor.
but then when he's having that like eat my shorts, I was like, oh. Come on, like there's so many more things you can say.
It's very, very cringe.
It's like it's so PG. It's like they weren't sure what rating they were going for at that point, and they're like, "Oh, it only works if we say fuck a couple of times because that's realistic."
Now, is this before Simpsons or after Simpsons?
This was pre-Simpsons.
This is
Because
pre-Simpsons,
I did that. I'm like, oh, Simpsons reference, but wait a minute, no, because it was actually
Yeah, okay.
pre-Simpsons.
So
I had that
see, it
thought
was a
too.
good movie because the Simpsons
No, I
stole
don't
it.
know. I don't know if that's close
Yeah,
to giving
yeah.
good movies.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that whole conversation though perplexed me so much because it's like they've already dropped an F-bomb by that point. They've already like established that it's like they're teenagers, they're going to say bad things and they're going to say things. And instead he says, "Eat my shorts."
Yeah.
I don't
That's a
I
heavy
don't get
hitter.
I don't get
It's
it.
a heavy hitter.
Maybe
Eat
back in
my
the
shorts.
80s, it was more.
Edgy.
It had more impact.
Yeah.
This is like a bunch of teenagers going like, "Oh fuck, he did not say that." The whole short, all of it. Oh, wild.
Can you have one short?
Well, he might be wearing multiple. He was wearing a bunch of coats.
Yeah.
He had a lot of clothes on.
Yeah.
A lot of clothes on, yeah.
Did anyone get like? I mean, it could just be me with like authority figures, but did anyone get like a real pedo vibe from the teacher? Like he could kind of, he just wants to watch him a little bit, too much more.
Except that he
I
fucking
didn't
does
really
them.
get that.
And
No.
then because I go from like my notes are. I mean, to be fair, I was
This is coming from the guy that loves feet and hates kitty fuckers.
yeah. I wrote like something like teacher's a pedophile. Metal pedo because he keeps doing the metal horns to people. I'm like,
Yeah, that was weird. Like,
yeah, I'm cool, bro.
So I missed that.
Really?
I missed
That's-
the.
He gives people the horns
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
When,
All
when he
through
kept
the
saying like,
movie,
"Mess with the bull, you get the horns, boy."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
after the eat my shorts thing, he's like,
is that him?
Oh, yeah,
Is that him
okay,
like doing
sure.
a bull sign?
"Yeah,
though?
it's the bull horn."
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
yeah.
He's not.
Also, one thing that upset me about this entire film, every time someone gave each other the one-ups, it was so weak. There was like this weak hand, like half a one-up, like I'm not even really
This is
doing it.
like this is Molly Ringwald as an actor. Like, that's just
Yeah.
I'm so glad the people listening can hear this.
sorry. There's like a very weak, like flowiness to the way that she moves and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like just like throwing her
like
arms.
half-
out.
If you don't understand,
It's
just
not
just,
even-
just watch the film to that part.
Essentially,
and be like, these
no
are weak.
energy.
hands.
Molly Ringworm can't give somebody the finger or the
But
bird. Or
none of them
flips
can.
them off.
They all fucking like do this. Like I'm just gonna put this little bit.
For all we know, they probably invented
Like-
like giving the finger or flipping
No,
the
but
bird,
it's-
or like
no,
they
that's-
could have done that.
It's true.
That
That
shit's-
film influenced a lot of things. So
the
you
one
know,
up has
it-
come from like.
Nah, it came from the Breakfast
Oh,
Club.
fuck
I'm pretty
off.
sure. I'm
It's
like
like
90%. I'm 90% sure it's.
I did history in high school, and I know it's not from there.
I did history in high school. Peter, 2022. How long ago was high school, Peter?
Peter, 2YT.
Yeah, that is
part-time
history.
musician. I did history.
Yeah. I mean, I fell asleep a lot, but
But I specifically remember this one
Done
part.
that,
That
yeah.
Flipping the bird was many years prior to the Breakfast Club.
It's related to doing the forks. It's a archers thing. They used to cut off the I think it was the French used to cut off the English's fingers so they couldn't pull the longbows.
This just looks like you tried to play Assassin's Creed and then just got half of it wrong. We're just like, yeah, that's fine. French did it.
I think it was the French. I'm pretty sure it was the French that used to.
You're not very...
Pete's history lesson is playing the Assassin's Creed games. Like, Leonardo da Vinci did a lot, but did you see some of his inventions, man? They were wild.
Check out how sick this guy is at parkour, bro. Parkour was really big in history.
I specifically remember, like, in history class, I was asleep a lot, but I specifically remember running on buildings, cutting off index fingers. Like,
So many Templars.
So many
Templars everywhere.
All throughout history.
I then go on to make mention that Judd Nelson is such a bad actor.
all of them.
So much.
All of them were bad
He's
actors.
the worst.
Which one was he?
He's
Is it
Ben
Bender?
Bender.
He's the Bender.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's-
yeah,
yeah.
the cool kid. I don't know. I didn't catch
He's-
names.
he's
really
just like-
Yeah,
throughout the
it was
whole
just like
thing.
bully, jock who
Yeah.
happens to be shorter than everybody else,
Yeah.
nerd, the girls.
Goth
The
girl,
teacher
red girl.
and the janitor. and
Oh yeah, I forgot the janitor was in there.
yeah.
Who do you think was the best of the bad actors?
You know, like, this is. I'm probably going to get flack. I actually think Molly Ringwald was the best actor
Nah,
of all of them. There.
nah, you're wrong. It's
Brian,
okay to be
Brian
wrong.
was one note. Like, he was just one note. So Michael Hall, or whatever his name is, he was Michael Anthony Hall, whatever the fuck his name is. He was one note the whole time. And when he tried to go outside of his range, it showed really badly.
where he had that little sucky cry.
yeah,
when
we
they
had
were
that little
sitting
sucky cry. It was just, and I made fun of it when we were watching it.
Yeah.
He was just, but he was one note the whole time. I think Molly Ringwald was the best actor there.
What about-
Ringwald.
Wait,
Ringwald.
what's the actor name? Ali? Is it Ali the
Mental
goth chick?
case.
Goth chick?
She's the mental.
The mental. I thought she was fun.
I know if she's gone.
I liked her.
Oh man, really? She annoyed the shit out of me. Sorry, Monica. She annoyed the shit out of me.
Did she?
Yeah.
She's
I mean-
alright.
I was like, she's like Fairy Pixie Dream Girl before Fairy Pixie Dream Girl was a thing. Like,
I feel like she was one of the most tolerable characters, honestly.
Because she
and
didn't
she
say
didn't talk.
fuck all.
Exactly,
Like-
that's right.
she didn't have a
That was
chance
sort of
to
where I was
annoy
going
you.
to with that. So, yeah, because she didn't say anything. She couldn't fuck it up.
Like, shortly after all the things we're
That's
talking
fine,
about there,
buddy.
Yeah.
there's a part where she's just like, they're talking about something and Bender's having a go at the teacher, Vernon, Dick, whatever his name is, and she goes, ha! It's like, character development.
She speaks.
She makes noises.
Well, she is a person. I was getting worried if my kids saw this. Ugh.
But I also thought that the janitor was the best actor, and he sucked. But I was like, I can relate to that.
It's alright. He kind of just had a really small part and then disappeared.
Yeah,
And
it was
really
like
weird.
then hung out and drank with Dick.
And then
Yeah.
was just gone.
Yeah.
And never saw him again. So
yeah,
that was it.
until the end.
Carl, his name was Carl.
Where it's
Was
just
he
like,
at the end? He was
yeah,
at the
when
very
they're all
end.
like walking out, he's just like, "Hey, bro, see
Oh,
you
he's
later."
there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
See you next Saturday, man. Yeah.
I do like the teacher threatening them with physical violence. I do remember, specifically, you guys probably had it too, but I remember being in school, like, when teachers would threaten to hit you and shit like that.
You're like, go on, cunt.
It was wild. I've never hit, specifically a teacher never threatened to hit me, but I've watched teachers, like, threaten to hit other kids and shit when I was in primary school. It's fucking wild. I don't know if you guys ever had that, but I specifically
I think I
remember
may have just gone to a better primary school.
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Like, I did go to Caravonica and it was a shithole.
A teacher did like beat the shit out of me once and then get all like be violent and got fired. That was the thing. That
Teacher
happened.
hit you and...
Well, grabbed me by the ear and ripped it. Like
Yeah.
I had a big rip in my ear because he
Oh.
grabbed me by the ear. And yeah, he got
this is what I mean.
fired.
Like, teachers were way more physical
Yeah.
in, like, the 90s.
Yeah, he got
like,
he got his shit fired, bro.
I like how like 40 years prior, that like people getting beaten with
And
like
there was a
fucking
cane and
sticks and
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, and he grabbed my ear and it kind of hurt.
No, he ripped it. Like there was
I-
like a bleedy bit.
I remember being in
And I was
primary
weird.
school.
I was like primary boy.
Oh,
I remember being in primary school and a teacher talking about how, like, only 10 years ago they are still allowed to hit kids with the cane.
Sure.
I was like, damn.
I also
Can't
thought
do
that
it
was.
anymore.
I thought that was just like a scare tactic, and you're like, and I've still got a fucking cane, all right? Like,
No, one of the teachers still had their cane. That was a scary thing. They
it
just
was,
couldn't use it.
it was just for looking
It
at,
was
like,
that fear thing.
It's just
Motivated
like
by fear.
it's just like the gun over the fireplace. It's just like hanging over the whiteboard, like
a little bit of like dried blood on
Yeah.
it, just for like
glory
effect.
days. It's just in a breaking case.
Sounds like I went to a
emergency
real
box.
bad school now. It really wasn't that bad, but just like
Would you go to like Caravonica
Yeah,
or
okay.
some shit like that?
Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Schools. I don't know what the rules were in classrooms back in those days, but I am certain that teachers wouldn't let you smoke in classrooms, right? Like, surely smoking in a
I would
classroom
think
wouldn't be something that they'd be
probably
okay
You
with.
don't. Yeah, you
Well,
wouldn't
you're
think so.
underage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was 26. Come on.
But also, there's no way, both for the part where they get high and for the part where they smoke in that library, it wouldn't just reek.
Are we on the smoking part now?
Well, yeah, that's
Are we up
that's
to
around the
who
same
knows, to the
point.
getting
Who
high
knows
part
where-
now? Okay,
No, we're not
okay.
we're not in the
Oh, we're not-
part
we're not
now.
there
This is just
yet?
him smoking
Okay,
darts. And I
alright,
just made
sure.
a comment that like, there's no way in hell that when the teacher walks back into that room, he wouldn't just smell cigarette smoke.
Sure. Yeah.
Like it would just reek, especially in a library.
It's in a library. Surely there'd be smoke detectors.
It was the 80s, bro.
It's pretty
Yeah.
loose back then, but
Although,
surely they'd be like,
honestly-
oh, we have a lot of books. Let's try and protect them with at least one smoke alarm.
Honestly, though, this is where a reoccurring issue starts to kind of happen as well, which could be relevant to the teacher not noticing, is the fact that he's just never fucking there. He never comes in to check on, the gaps between him coming in to check on them seem to get longer and longer.
The moment the door shuts, he's just like, what children?
Yeah, he's just gone, and it's like, oh, those guys who I really had to get up and warn about, being really good and not fucking up in anything. Yeah, no, they're probably fine. They're probably just not doing anything. I'm just gonna fuck off and leave them to it.
Why?
It's so funny. Sorry, Aaron. It's just gonna say it's really funny. It's like the screw that entire screw that held the door together. There's a janitor, right? I betcha that cunt has screws and tools and shit. Like, just throwing it out there. Hey, mate, can I have a screw for the door? Yeah, mate.
Or hey, mate, can you fix this door?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
you
can you do your
job.
fucking job?
These are all good and well, but like, why didn't he just move into the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, why is the teacher not in there with them?
Because
Like,
why
he
do you
could
want to
keep-
spend all day of a Saturday with children?
He likes to torture
That's what
children.
he's doing anyway.
To be fair, the teacher makes a good point about how like he fucking hates kids and he just can't stand to be around them anymore. Like there's this
Like-
conversation happens with him and the janitor that
Yeah.
sort of justifies him trying to fight a child.
Sort of. He's like, you want to take a shot? You want to take a shot at the champ? I'll fuck your shit up. I don't care if you're 26.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, that's
But
my
the-
thoughts,
but-
you little bitch.
Thankfully, they had that scene which sort of it justifies his character a little bit. Not perfectly, but they kind of go their way to do that. But in that scene where he's talking to the janitor, you can sort of understand
He's just had enough.
why he is the way he is as well.
He's got a borderline softcore porn calendar in his office.
Yeah, I did see that
Yeah.
at school.
That's cool.
Where it's like Baywatch or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no boob, but like, there's boob.
Why is this a liter?
Man, I'm putting through mine. It's so
Oh, dude,
I'm not into it at
I'm
all.
still on that first one that I poured just before we started.
Oh, my good sir.
And I'm just like, why is there a liter of this? Like, why?
Because if there's a god, he hates you.
I mean, look, it's got wormwood in it, so I'm healed of everything, apparently.
Yeah. You gotta wake up
But you
tomorrow
have to
like,
drink the whole liter.
Oh,
You do.
fuck
Cute.
off.
yeah. But you'll be sweating like a champion, and you'll be less depressed, apparently.
I have that, like, warm feeling, like, when it starts to rain.
That means it's working.
Yeah. Maybe I'm about to start sweating.
You're like, yes, I'm sweating in air conditioning. This is what I was waiting for.
Yay!
I can't wait to go inside and sweat more.
Sweating out all your afflictions.
Yeah.
It's getting all the ghosts out of my soul.
There's ghosts in your blood. Do some
There's
cocaine about
about it, yeah. That's the one.
If I'm getting ahead of anyone, you got points and that are past my points, then just let me know and call me out, and we can go back.
I'm much the same as Aaron
You don't
here,
have-
where it's like
All your points are pretty like
it's just the movie's so hard to keep a track of
Yeah.
Where
what
everything
happens
is. That's
when.
okay.
It's quite
Because
easy.
I'll just
It's in a library. How did you guys not figure that part
It's
out?
like nothing
I-
happens, but things happen, and it's just
It's just
Yeah.
dialogue.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Do you have except for the whole ending of the film, which we'll get to? Do you have any other criticisms about it?
Like, I did have a few,
But it's perfect. But there is
but it's
some.
perfect. No, but like, again with Bender and everyone hating each other, and then
suddenly just working.
suddenly like they're the best of friends. Like, I get that in high school, but in a movie, how they did it, it's just wrong.
Doesn't work.
No, because they all like are yelling at each other, and then they're best friends, and then they hate each other, and then they're all best friends.
Teen
It's
hormones.
sort of
It's like teen angst,
It's
but like
sort of like watching Supernatural. One season
Yes.
the brothers hate each other, the
The
next
next
season they're
season,
bros,
yes.
and they hate each other, and they
For
love
an
each other.
episode or two
Yeah,
here and
yeah.
there.
I'm looking after you, Sammy. Come on.
No, I'm gonna die. No, you died last season. I'll die this season. Like, back and forth. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know where in this is, but I think it's about this part of the movie, like, maybe, where he's like going about everyone's home life. And he's just like, yeah, my life's pretty shitty. And he does a little montage, and they're like, yeah, you're just all talk. And he shows like the tiniest little scar. He's like, look at this.
Cigar
My body is just scarred. I have a small burn mark on my arm. That's from cigarettes. My life is shitty. I'm like,
Where's your cigar?
bro.
oh yeah, whoa, shit.
That whole thing where he's like, "Oh, this is what I bet you this is what it's like in his home." And you're like, "Honey, I'm home." He does. Oh, man, it's so hard to watch.
Man. So his old boy's abusive, but smokes cigars.
Yeah.
That's
But he's abusive because he only gets cigarettes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like-
So it's like, yeah.
He's like, Dad, I want a cigar. And he's like, you don't get cigars. You get a pack of cigarettes and drink them up, Johnny. Like,
Yeah, so like, where are they socially standing? So he's abusive, but he has a nice,
He's
like a more expensive
Cuban
code.
dictator.
Yeah, it's a Cuban dictator. Yes. Johnny,
There's a. I don't. This is probably very mean for me to say. This is just before we keep moving forward. There's a irony in the fact that like when he's like, "Oh, Claire's a fat name," and then like if you look at Molly Ringwald now, she's sort of
is she?
shrunker.
Yeah, but her name's Molly, so maybe Molly is a fat name.
Yeah.
her Internet Movie Database is her not fat.
Yeah.
So I didn't even.
She's on like
I
the
didn't even
View and shit now. I think. Like,
So she does
yeah.
still do things?
Yeah.
yeah, she's on like the View and
Yeah, I was in the same thing. I was like, does she still act? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, act is a bit of a
No.
stretch. Yeah,
she's on the View.
So she sits and talks about
yeah, she's
it.
on the View. Whoa, is that acting?
Yeah.
Sit next to Whoopi Goldberg and stuff like.
Yeah, good one.
Good one, Pete. All right. You were just talking before about the cigarette burn on the arm.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing where he's like, "You don't want to fight me, bro," and he's like, "Well, why not?" He's like, "Because I'd kill you."
Yeah, and then has like
Oh, and then the
edge.
knife comes
the little
out.
switchblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's so much cringe. There's so much cringe.
Yeah.
That's
He
when he
is
has a tantrum,
the
isn't it?
birth
Yeah.
of neckbeards. Like all he needed to do was have like a D&D book in his bag, and everything would make more sense. Like
He was the first to listen to Coheed and Cambria. Like he was just there, ready.
Before his time. It was just
Just Welcome Home is just playing as he like strolls through the door and stuff.
the nerd had a D&D book for sure, right? Like
yeah,
he knew a lot of nerd shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the book club. He's in the physics club. He's in the math club.
He's in the Breakfast Club.
And we're done. There's no point.
And that's the end of the episode.
That's pretty good.
So there are a couple of really cringy scenes in here, but the things that I disliked the most were like the whistling scene.
They just start whistling out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
And the
everyone's...
whistling
And they're all
is an old
mates
cue.
again. All
Yeah,
of a
they're all
sudden,
friends.
They're all just joining in. They're like, 5 minutes before, they're like, I hate you too. Fuck you. And then they're all whistling together. It's like... Yeah.
Yeah, that was what.
Yeah. What is that song?
It's not.
She smells like gasoline, Lisa.
Dang it, Simpson!
That's the one. I don't know the actual song.
Yeah,
Is it MASH?
No.
like from the show
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah,
man.
it's in the show.
No.
No, it doesn't matter. Someone will tell us and tell us we're idiots for not knowing. It's fine.
Oh my god, I can't believe you guys didn't know what the whistling song was.
Are you even musos?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You got another muso on and you guys can't name the song. Muso fucked, hey.
Yeah, I blame the musicians. That's what.
That's it.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
right
yeah.
over that. Yeah, yep. Can we talk about the lunch they had? And they all had lunch.
Oh, the product placement. The Coke
Oh,
product
the Coke?
placement.
Yeah.
There's just Coke everywhere. Just
That, you know what? I didn't pick up on that. I was so
in the
perplexed.
camera.
Product placement,
So
though.
in the camera.
I was perplexed by the fact that she has had sushi sitting in her bag for like 4
Oh,
hours,
yeah.
and she pulls out and eats warm sushi.
I made a little note on that too, actually, because I'm like, holy shit, she's eating sushi in the 80s. Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
that would have been big shit back then, right? Like an American kid eating
Yeah.
sushi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was to show
Yeah.
wealth. I
Yeah.
feel like
Sure.
she's high class. Look at her eating warm sushi.
You just see her like when she's like, I mean, it's skipping
and
through.
she
when
even says sushi as well. She
Yeah.
doesn't say sushi, she says
And
sushi.
she's like, I'm gonna be real about it.
Yeah.
when she cruises in to see old mate in the boiler room or whatever, she's just like shits herself because she's been eating like fucking off sushi.
Just a rancid fart.
Just squirts. Like,
I actually had a note about the sushi as well.
Yeah.
Like, she's the kind of girl, like, if it was done now, she'd be like, I'm actually 1/18th Japanese. So, like, this is my people's food.
I feel like when we get to the make it more PC question, it's just going to be like, well,
She's Japanese.
She's not just eating Japanese food because she wants. It's because it's part of who she is.
She's Japanese.
Yeah, it's a culture. What do I go from there? Just Judd Nelson is a bad actor.
I really only have one other thing. Besides like an ending thing.
Oh, because that part where he's talking about how like his parents beat him, and then he has that random tantrum, like jumps up the stairs and climbs up the stairs. What the fuck?
There's so much.
What?
There's so much teenage high school bullshit throughout the whole thing.
You can only run from your parents for so long, you know. That's how. That's
Just
what it
in
meant.
the actions and the things they say and everything. It's just like, oh man, cringy, edgy, high school bullshit. Just the whole way through, and that's one of them.
I like to think we weren't that retarded in high school, but honestly, after watching this, like, we probably were.
You were.
Yeah,
I was not.
No, I was awesome.
Highly doubt that.
Actually, Aaron and I were just talking before about how like you get like your things on Facebook, like here's
Your
a memory you
memories,
posted
yeah.
like 11 years ago and
Cringe.
shit, and like we just go through and anything that's cringe, we're just deleting. I'm like, oh god, I'm glad I'm not that person anymore. Yeah.
It's called growth. I feel like if I looked at like something 12 years ago and it didn't make me like cringe, I'm like the same person I was 12 years ago, and that's fucking disgusting.
the worst thing is, like, when Facebook came out, I was out of high school, so it's even worse. So everything I wrote, I was
you were like,
I was
wasn't.
an adult at this point.
Well, I was at uni, like straight into uni, and
You thought you're an adult because you're 17
but
or
I
some
used to
shit,
say
and you're
the
like, yeah,
stupidest shit. I'm like,
I'm living by myself now. I'm kind of like an adult.
yeah, I'm kind of like an adult, but I'm not. And
Did you guys know that tacos are a real meal? And you look back and you're like, I want to punch myself, but tacos are a real meal.
Like if you agree.
I'm not saying this is for a specific person, but I just need this one person to know that, and just like a fucking big rant. And people messaging me like, oh, is everything okay, babe? Are you okay? No, babe, don't worry, it wasn't about you.
I can
Thanks
see
for
Pete
checking.
being that like
Thanks for checking.
emotional status for attention. People reach out. It's like, no, I'm fine. It's okay. I just want to see how many people responded to me. That's all that matters. I just want to see how many people reach out. I actually want to talk. Makes a post later like, hey guys, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
oh god, I think I have one of those actually.
Oh, I definitely have one of those on my Facebook that comes to mind, but I'm just going to not mention any names and keep moving forward.
I mean, mine wasn't even that. It was just me being like,
Oh,
remember
you
when
mean
he goes-
you did that?
Yeah, no, when
no,
it goes
I mean,
like,
I have someone on Facebook now that does that.
no, I had this thing where it's like, do you remember when it's like, how are you feeling? And you're like,
You're like, sad.
no, I just wrote
Listening to My Chemical Romance.
because it just
Mood.
it would always say
Apathetic.
Peter is, and it would be like Peter is or whatever, and I just wrote blank. I wrote blank and then full stop, and everyone's like, "Are you all right, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh no,
Peter,
I've
don't be so
started-
blank.
I've started something." Like, "Oh no," everyone's like, "Oh man, it's okay." And I'm
Meanwhile,
like,
he's got like fucking like Shine Down.
people
playing
so
or something like that. Like,
I mean,
he's listening to Creed. Like,
yeah, people were so worried, and I'm like, "Oh no, sorry guys, I'm fine. I just didn't know what to write." So I
Live like
wrote
dolphins
blank.
cry plank.
it's like blank listening to Photograph by Nickelback.
Oh, he's suicidal.
This isn't MSN, man. You can't just like pull up your recent plays. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna. Like, no one used Windows Media Player till it synced with MSN, like, and that's when everyone started using it. That's when Winamp lost its mass approval, like, because you couldn't sync Winamp with.
I think you
MSN.
could with the
Serious
plugin.
stuff. Yeah, you could with a plugin.
Yeah.
You definitely could. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, we should probably move forward. We're not talking about how great MSN
Wait.
Messenger was.
I didn't know how
Because
to
it was a
do
fucking
that.
baller, but
Yeah.
I miss those days.
My next part is the big running montage with
Oh,
running through
yeah.
the halls. Okay, firstly, there's no fucking way that you wouldn't hear a bunch of kids walking through the hall. He's just
Yeah.
fucking walking through the hallways.
Yeah.
the Scooby-Doo montage pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your favorite part, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the favorite part.
I feel like I need to get that part of the movie and just put the Scooby-Doo theme song around it and just edit it and put it up just for you.
It was easily the most annoying part. Yeah, like like the teacher definitely should have heard something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they're running, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like 5 people just skidding to a stop behind you, like.
And the fact, like, every corner they turned, he was just there, not hearing shit. Like, I'm just having a drink of water, and they're just like, quick, run!
That was another thing on that note with the teacher recurringly not coming in. They are literally yelling in some scenes, like in the detention room. They're like they're full on making so much noise, and the teacher's just like, "Nah, it's probably nothing.
Yeah.
Probably fine."
Are those drugs? Is that drugs? And the teacher's not, like, sitting somewhere or grabbing a drink of water, like, I heard drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should investigate. No.
I just like how he's like, nah, it's in Old Mate's pants, and there's like, and it was in Old Mate's pants.
That was I'd actually quite enjoyed that. I thought that was quite funny.
So that's one good line out of it.
yeah. The end of that running scene where it's like, no, just me. Like,
I'm going to sacrifice myself for my new friends who I also don't like.
I hate you guys, but I love you guys. Oh.
I saw this chick's panties. She's 16.
I forgot about that fucking scene.
I have a question.
That's after that, though. That happens afterwards.
No,
I thought that was the
Yeah.
whistling scene.
No, because that's after he gets
He
put
falls
falls
the
through the ceiling.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
That's after that scene.
But isn't that the whistling scene where they're all whistling?
Yes.
He's under the desk,
'Cause
and they're
they're-
like, "What does that sound?" And like, "Oh yeah."
No,
it's
no.
just-
No.
No,
It's
he
the
falls through the
whistling
ceiling.
montage.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, because he's the one who starts the whistling, and they all follow.
Yeah.
And when he's under the desk looking at her undies, that's after he's fallen through the roof
Yeah.
after getting locked in the closet.
Yep. I have a question. You clearly see an upskirt.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Ringwald is 16 at the time. Is that Molly Ringwald?
I wouldn't think so.
This also was the 80s.
It was probably Molly Ringwald.
They're like, she's wearing underwear. It's fine.
Oh.
She's of legal age in this state. Like,
Yeah, we can marry our
Like,
cousins here. It's fine.
Let's film it in this state. That way it's legal.
yeah.
Yeah, the entire film gets
Because
based
I
around
didn't
doing
realize
it.
she was actually 16. So I was like, oh, that's weird, but all right. And just sort of like, just went over. But when you're like, oh, yeah, she's actually 16 in this. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
And just how old man just goes like, oh, that's a box. I'm gonna put my face there.
Yeah.
And she's just like, fuck off, cunt.
And she's like, I'm still going to defend this guy, and everyone else is going to defend this guy.
The weirdest part is like, yeah, he gets a face full of box, and women are like, I love this movie.
Exhibit A.
It's just a good.
Bender's so dreamy. Quick question: do you find Bender dreamy? Like, did you when you watched this initially? Were you like, oh, he's a bit of a heartthrob?
When I first watched it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
What about now?
I wish
How long
more
did it
people
take you to
would
be
box
like?
shop.
What about now?
How did it take you to be like, oh, yeah, that's probably a bit fucked up?
Or
Nah,
are
she's
you
still-
in the same
she's
boat?
still
You're
there.
still in the same
Still,
boat.
yeah.
That's terrible. That's so bad.
Yeah,
But when
Alex,
they have to like,
get yourself a leather jacket,
Oh,
brother.
mate. I'm going to start robbing
Several.
people and threatening to stab people.
Yeah, get a
and
Do you have a
Switchblade,
Do you have
yeah,
a switchblade
all of
on
it.
you?
I not currently, but I probably should, right?
Yeah. Start smoking like a pack a day.
Oh, yeah, I'll fucking get cigar burns on my arms and
I
everything.
only answered to Johnny.
Call me Bender.
I have a pack wrapped up in my sleeve.
Yeah. Ooh,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
That's a good one.
Damn, Alex. Damn. Oh.
It means you can only get like a small pack, but you know, you gotta. do
Cigarettes
what
are
you gotta do.
expensive
Right.
these days, you know. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
It's
what
not about the
smoking; it's about the image.
Yeah, it's just a box that you found.
like
Oh
a
man,
ma-
can I have a smoke? Oh no, sorry man.
it's a matchstick box. No, I haven't had a cigarette, but I got a lot if you need it.
I thought you said for a second. It's like a matchbox, and it's like a car.
Like the car?
It's just got a
That'd be
car
even
wrapped
better.
So the next scene we already discussed him falling through the ceiling in the box shot scene.
Yeah.
So the next thing is when they all smoke weed.
Where the 53 minutes in, by the way, and there's finally when the movie starts to get a little interesting.
Look, I'm just gonna throw it out there. It looked like shit weed. It looked like all leaf, bro. Like it's just like, what are you doing?
Okay, so the three of them are smoking, sitting on the couches or whatever, wherever they are there, and old mate, the jock, is in this hotbox room.
Yeah.
It's like there's smoke billowing out. He opens the door, and it's like this smoky ass room behind him. I'm like, okay, so I don't know how that happened. If he just smoked up in there really heavily, or what. But that's
how
a
much
fucking
does he
big hot
smoke,
box.
man?
That's a big hot box. And then he comes flying out of there. I'm like, is this weed or speed? He's out of there and he's like,
Jumping
he's
over
full of
shit.
rage. He's gone rage. I'm like,
Cartwheels.
Doing cartwheels
weed
and
does
shit,
not
yeah.
do that. You do not, if you don't usually smoke weed, you do not have weed and then run out of a room,
And do cartwheels.
fucking full pelt and go rogue across the whole
It's like
building.
they watched that Reefer Madness movie from like the 30s or 40s and were like, yeah, that seems legit.
Yeah.
Just pretend like you just do some cartwheels or shit. Like, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I just like how keen all of them were to do weed.
But
Like,
the jock wasn't, though.
The goth, neither was the goth girl though. She was like, she sat there and did nothing. It was like the nerd jumped in, and Molly Ringmold jumped in, and then Bender, and then the other two took their sweet time.
They were like, no, don't do drugs. And Molly's like, I'm gonna do drugs. He's like, no.
She's like, yeah, this gets me moist. I got
He's
some
like,
drugs.
he's like, oh shit. And then the next thing he's like Dutch ovening himself in like a study room.
She's like, this is exciting. My new boyfriend's 26.
Comes out like headbanging to music that's not playing.
That too. I'm like, is this music actually playing? Because again, I feel the teacher should hear this.
It's just jumping at
wait.
that stage. Like he's on a second floor,
Yeah.
right? Like vaulting over bookshelves. You'd hear thud,
Yeah.
run, thud,
Yeah.
and the teacher's just
Yep.
like, that's probably nothing.
Right.
This comes onto the scene where he goes, yeah, and the glass shatters.
Yeah, he woos so loud.
Yeah.
That
Apparently,
glass can no longer contain itself.
this is part of the Aaron.
I haven't done
did
that.
you know?
I
Did you
haven't-
know
I haven't done
facts?
any of that,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I got one for you.
Yeah, hit me with
That is the one thing that the director was like, oh, I wish I didn't put that there.
The glass?
the glass shattering.
Yeah. That is his problem.
He was like, every part of this movie was flawless except except the glass shatter.
Yeah, he's like, wow, I really wish I didn't put that in there. It's
Oh,
like,
man.
is that all you got? Like,
He got like a really high octave.
He needs to sort out his priorities.
you did a James Hetfield, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like-
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it exploded that glass.
Yeah.
The glass was like, I don't want to be in this movie anymore, and just fucking disappeared.
But like, no one hears that either. Like, the teachers.
Yeah, that's another thing. Literally, yeah, the yell that was able to break glass,
yeah.
and the glass breaking.
But wasn't he downstairs in the basement?
Doesn't matter.
Was he down there at
he
that
was
point? That's a
actually,
whole
yeah,
other thing.
that's true.
He's down
Oh,
in these
shit.
confidential files,
Yeah.
right? Like that are just able. You can just walk through the door and just get into them. No, matter
no
who you
lock and
are,
key.
right?
It's just like I just took a stroll down to the no zone.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
just
old
goes
mate
in
catches
there.
him, tries to blackmail him straight away. It's just like,
He
perfect.
does the thing with that one though. He's like, oh, $50 would shut my mouth, and then does he go to buy beer with it? And then he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. Have some beer. Like, we're just
Did
gonna
he
get
buy
shit
him
faced.
beer with
I have
it?
no idea, but they start drinking beer. He's like, $50 will shut my mouth, and then there's beer. I'm just assuming he was just like, oh, I can't take
It's
your
the
50
80s. You probably get that from like the vending machine or some shit,
This
bro.
is true.
on school property in the teacher's lounge or something.
Yeah.
Before you beat your children in your class, have a beer.
Relax after a hard day's work.
Numb the emotional stress with alcoholism.
Yeah. And some cigarettes.
Speaking
no,
of-
look, do you know how you could buy like bottles of like a small bottle of Coke with like a Mars
cigarette.
bar attached to it? It'd just be like a carton of or like a 6-pack of beer with like a Mars
cigarette.
Bro attached
You
to
can.
it.
I have seen like vending machines with like a Coke and a cigarette in it. Like you put money in.
Was this Japan?
No, it wasn't
Is this
Japan.
in Australia?
No.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
No, that would be wild.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's danger territory in Australia. man.
yeah, absolutely. But you there are places where it's just like smoking a cigarette. No, so smoking a Coke for like $4 or some shit.
Smoking
pretty
a Coke,
good.
it's a good
Smoke-
advert.
Smoke and a Coke. Damn.
That sells.
Yeah.
That writes itself, bro. Like,
Yeah, going
Smoke
to
and a
7-Eleven
Coke
near
and
you.
smoke and Coke are like two different things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would,
ones are
you would
during
go-
the
I would
day
be
for
at
lunch.
that vending machine every day, every
Smoking
5 minutes.
smoke and Coke.
Smoking Coke.
Yeah, bro.
Coke. Smoking a pancake.
That's fucking great.
Perfect.
So then they're all talking
sound.
amongst each other.
Going through each other's like personal shit, both mentally and in a handbag. You want to see what's in my handbag? Nope.
And then
just
minor little thing, but just irked me a bit. She takes his wallet. He's like, "Give me my wallet." No, give me my wallet. Okay. It was like, I don't know, this little interaction that happened. She took the nerd's wallet, the silent girl.
Yeah.
It just irked me because I'm like, what was the point of that exchange? It's like, give me it. No, give me it. Okay.
Okay, so she's a klepto and a liar? Is that her problem?
Yeah.
With mad dandruff?
Compulsive
But it
liar.
happened in the space. It was like such a short little thing. I'm like, she might as well just have given it to him the first time. What was the point of even holding out?
To
She
be
was just
annoying.
she just gave it to him like the very next
Pay
second.
attention
Like,
to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Again. Teenage bullshit. High school bullshit. I'm just like, no.
And she's
Irritating.
20-something as well.
I do really like the nickname they give the jock guy. They call him Sporto.
Sporto.
I thought to myself, that's my new nickname for Peter.
Sporto.
Hey, go on, Sporto.
Sporto. That's just more like little less insulting than calling someone sport.
Like chief. Hey, chieftain.
Chief?
Like,
But I mean, Pete, what would you
Can you-
prefer?
wait, do you
Sporto
guys-
or Feedy Petey?
Wait, you guys work with trados?
Trados.
Can you call one of them sport one time and see what happens?
There you go, sport. There you go, sport.
Yeah.
They'd probably get like daddy issue flashbacks.
Sporto.
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 Hey, Sporto.
Like random retail thing. I remember like talking to this guy and we just kept on like degrading each other with like what we were calling each other. Till the end, I called him Tiger, and I won.
Yeah, no Walker's Tiger.
yeah. Cheers, Tiger.
Oh, that's bad.
After him calling me matey, so I started calling him Tiger.
it's crying. Like, please stop.
What is it with every single time you see the goth girl's eyes, she looks like she's got tears in them?
Because
Because she's
Literally
emotional, bro.
Every shot they show her, it looks like she's got tears welling up in her eyes.
Wow, it's like you've just never seen My Chemical Romance and like where their inspiration was from, bro.
Pete, we have matching MCR tattoos. You know that's a lie.
What are you talking about? I have the heartogram on my chest, bro.
So what I got from her was that she doesn't get enough attention at home.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and
I
that
guess
why she's
that's her
running away.
tortured soul.
and,
right?
and yeah, that was her
That's-
big thing. She's like, yeah, well, I don't get attention at home. And they're like, Old mate has a cigar burn. Cigar burn.
Yeah,
That's too much
that's
attention.
true.
And like his dad forces him to bully people. And you're just like, people don't listen to me when I'm at home. That'd be fucking amazing. I would have loved that.
No one wants to talk to me. Thank
jerk off.
God.
That's the best. All right.
There's a lot of shit things. How do you feel after us like just shitting on your film?
Well, after Alex going through 5 pages after watching it, I was like, oh, fuck. And then I have to listen to you do the same thing. I'm like, I kind of got prepared on the way up. I was just like,
Yeah.
And then you came in this morning to wake us up, and I was like, fuck, it's happening
Oh,
today.
no,
and
today's
you're
the
gonna
day.
Today's the
destroy
day.
me.
But we woke you up with a song.
You did.
It was
It's a nice song.
beautiful song.
It was a beautiful song.
I can imagine.
Did you guys
wake up
discuss
to
that?
we did. I was like,
At the door.
I
At
was
the
like,
door.
I was like, should we walk in singing Amazing Grace? And he was like, I
I'm
don't
like,
really know
no.
Amazing Grace.
No, it was like I don't think Amazing Grace is gonna do it though. Like it's not gonna land right.
And then so then we just ad-libbed whatever that was.
The doo-wops were good though.
Yeah.
Oh, you do up?
Yeah, I was like,
It seemed very pre-rehersed.
It absolutely wasn't. It absolutely
For
wasn't.
an hour and a half before,
just
like,
like-
no, that's not how we do it.
You go up a third.
Doop doop shooby doo wop. Wop.
Look, Sam and I have been playing music together for a long time at this point. No, I just like how quickly you've gone from like, what the fuck are you doing in here to like, oh, it's 10:30. Yes, no, we should probably be awake at this point. It was just like the fuck off guys. Oh no, you're right.
But also, imagine the utter confusion waking up to 2 boys singing to you.
Like, I'd forgotten where I was.
You do, but that's just this room, right? Because when the lights are off, it's pitch
It
black.
is,
Yeah.
but then you guys were there, and I was like, I don't know these fucking people. Where am I? and then it all clicked, and I was
Oh wait,
like,
I kind of
okay.
do know these people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, what do I do?
We were just expecting like Alex to be naked, just completely stark as the old fella hanging out in the room. Like,
Yeah,
we were a little disappointed not to have that.
It's the only reason they came in with a song.
It's
Just trying to set the mood.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's time
you're
to
gonna
get
give
up.
them a little something.
but
They're
not
going to give
that
you a little
much.
something. Like it was,
We missed his morning wood.
A little bukkake.
Oh, he self-boobed.
Yes.
So the nerd tried to kill himself with a flare gun.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah, that.
Was this actually like written down? Like they're like, and you're gonna kill yourself with a flare gun, right? Like, remember that?
It was just funny.
Why is he trying to kill himself at school as well?
White boy with a gun at school, and you're like,
Right.
oh no, it's there to kill myself. It's not.
I thought he was going down a different road.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
did I.
was going down-
And he probably should have been.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the movie would have had a lot more impact if he was going to shoot up the school.
Yeah. Could you imagine
Yeah.
he's the school shooter, and you're like, oh, right.
Yeah, they
That would
wouldn't let
explain
that.
a lot.
They wouldn't let him
That would-
happen in the 80s because
Wait,
he
hold
wasn't
on,
black.
hold on. We can maybe draw
There
on
it
this.
is. There's Sam's racist comment.
There it is. Yeah. What I was going to say, Sam, is we can draw on this for a later question
Sure, Peter.
to make it more with the times.
If we have to. I just, you just didn't acknowledge my joke then. I'm really
Yeah, I'm
sad.
sorry that you're
Well,
racist, Sam.
I didn't say I was racist. I was just speaking of something as a product of its time.
What time is that now, Sam?
Already.
I know, right?
Or you're very welcome to have some of this if you'd
I
like.
was not a fan.
Hey, look, I gave you this.
I am.
Hey, and I give you this. Look,
yeah,
there you go, bud.
Nah,
No, I gotta draw.
It's just not worth it.
No, you should have just have a bit.
Just have like about that much. Like have about a
Points to
liter.
points to
The
the top of the
Yeah.
glass. Like, have a full glass of this.
It's not,
You can have some of mine if you want, Alex. It's way better.
Oh yeah.
You can say,
No.
look how much
my drunk
This is my third cup.
I no, not a big fan of licorice.
That's okay. This is terrible. It's awful. This is
Sorry.
actually the worst one I've had.
When Aaron starts
The
to
worst.
get back into drinking again,
When we stop doing them at like 11 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
That's
go
the
back to doing
best
it
time
at
to be
nighttime.
drinking.
Yeah.
No, I'm not against day drinking. It's me day drinking than keeping my license because I have to drive home.
Well, we went out while you were setting up, and I was like, I didn't think it was going to be this early. Like, they were talking about drinking, and Alex is like, yeah, what's wrong? And I'm like, it's fucking 11 o'clock in the day.
musician,
It's not even that.
comedian,
It's not even that. It's like
who's not drinking.
I start,
Weirdly.
him
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I both have to start work at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
I'm going to be the better looking one. It's the same amount of hate, I think, but like,
Aaron, you're always the better looking.
and I appreciate the lie. Thank you.
All right.
I've got to say these things like it's called trade a man, keep him king.
Yeah, and I'm.
Yeah.
He learnt this from the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah. Abuse the fuck out of him. Then later on,
This is
I'm
some
gonna
like
go meet him in the
weird
room.
dating strategy shit, like
Yeah.
the game, where it's
Yeah.
just like people learn from this. They're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna treat the prom queen like shit, and then I'm gonna fuck her. She's gonna give me an earring, and I'm gonna wear
Yeah,
it for some
and I'm
reason."
gonna go hawk it off for more darts. Like,
But he didn't. He treasured that. He was like, "Yeah, okay," and he put it in his ear, and he's like, "I'm pretty now."
There's
So dance montage.
if we is dance montage. We were talking about the scene where they're all sitting around.
Yeah,
and talking about the
yeah,
flare gun
yeah.
and everything, right? And that's the same scene where they have that whole conversation about how they're like, on Monday, you're not even going to come up to me in the hallway and talk to me. I'm like, do you guys like each other or do you guys hate each other?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like you seem to hate each other, but then suddenly you're like, yo, you wouldn't even come talk. I'm like, well, of course they fucking wouldn't, because you guys don't like each other and you're not friends. Or are you friends?
He said,
I
"He's
don't
like,
fucking know.
I consider us
They're
all
the
friends."
Breakfast Club, dude. They're the Breakfast Club.
Since when? Since that day?
Yes,
Like,
since
no,
breakfast.
that's terrible.
do you know what the worst thing is? They don't have breakfast.
The worst thing is
They have lunch.
They never even
They have
mention like
lunch.
Yeah.
being a part of the Breakfast Club. Like that's not even a part. They talk about what clubs they're in.
Yeah.
They don't talk about breakfast, and all of a sudden the movie's called The Breakfast Club.
It should be the lunch
off.
club.
Yeah, lunch club.
They had
They have
lunch.
lunch.
They had lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure there's
wonder
like actually a valid reason for it. Is there? Do you know if there's a valid reason for it? No. Yeah.
Come
no.
on, we know you've
would-
got a tattooed on
I
you.
would, I would think personally it's because they got there at breakfast. They arrived first thing in the morning
Yeah.
when it was breakfast. I mean, that's pretty weak, but that's the only relevance.
So dance montage.
Fuck
off.
Montage.
Come on, it's an 80s film, bro.
was
It's got to
beautiful.
have one.
Look, it's fine. It's just that I could also do without it.
Where's the music playing? Did they have music playing
There was
from
music
somewhere?
playing.
No, I mean, like...
Where is it playing from?
Yeah, what...
I feel like it was a PA system.
They had a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
They does actually show them like playing, setting up music.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
room
Oh,
and
my.
putting a
Oh,
record
boy.
on.
It's
Yeah,
like
record.
those wiki wikis.
But, and then the teacher
Didn't
again
hear it.
is just like...
It's down in the
whatever.
basement.
He's in the basement.
Still in the basement.
Yeah, he is. It's in the basement.
Okay, just real quick. Breakfast Club's called that because the title comes from the nickname invented by students and staff for detention at the whatever high school attended by the son of John Hughes' friend.
Right.
So he's just like, why don't you call it the Breakfast Club? That's what you call attention. And they're like, that's a fucking brilliant idea.
Yeah.
A little bit of trivia.
Stupid fucking
They
Hollywood.
still should have like put that in the movie somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to know why. Yeah.
Even if fucking old mate the Karnak said like, "Oh yeah, welcome to the Breakfast Club," because I've been doing this for weeks at this point. Like he seems like the guy who's there all the time. Like welcome to my
since grade
breakfast.
one.
He could have just said in
He
a
actually,
passing
it would have
line.
actually made perfect sense for Judd Nelson at some point to be like, "Welcome to the Breakfast Club. What did you do to get here?"
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Like early on.
Breakfast Club, Johnny.
What are you doing here, princess?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apparently the movie was rated R in America.
Oh,
What?
ah,
Is that the
Yeah.
drug
Holy
use?
shit.
They're just like, there's drug use in this.
But this one, this review is called Kids Review on the Breakfast Club, and literally the first line, even though the film is rated R, there's not much wrong with it.
right. I thought it was M. So I'm wrong.
How is
clearly.
this R?
Maybe it's MA
Because of the word faggot? Sorry, did I say that wrong? Is it a French word for fajot?
Fuck off.
Yeah, we don't have that word here.
Yeah.
Incidentally, jumping back a little bit, but teacher earlier on, little thing that irked me. Teacher earlier on calls them all girls, all of them. He's like, "Hey, girls." I'm like, so that's offensive to maybe 3 of them, maybe.
The other girl's
2
like, I'm a
yeah,
girl.
right. The other 2 are actually girls, and it's like, okay, so that was a weird insult to you.
It is also 2022 at this point, and they could all be considered girls if they like. All right,
called
And
gender fluid.
I know it's different in Bundy, but like,
You don't want to go down there, man.
Everything for me now is like the end of the film and wrapping, like not wrapping it, but just all the bad parts of it. So basically, this whole film builds for. I actually do quite like this movie. I don't hate this movie. I can absolutely pull it apart. I had no problem doing that, but I think it's like a good movie up until the end. So I think the story it tries to convey and the message it tries to get across is pretty good, and then it gets to the end and all the bad things start happening. So the first bad thing that happens is that Molly Ringwald makes the nerd write the paper for everyone, but
Yeah,
she does it
that's
in a
so
way that's
shit.
like, but you actually like doing this stuff, right? So you're going to do that for us. Hey.
we believe that you'd do it well.
Yeah.
And he's like, I would do it well. Thanks for talking to me, popular lady.
And it's like,
I don't know if this is in the same part where they're all sitting around in the circle and they're all talking about their shit.
we're well past that now.
Okay, but I've got a line for that.
Okay.
That's where we were. No. So she's the compulsive liar girl. Says her first lie is that she had sex with a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
So she's lying about being raped, technically, and everyone's calling her a slut for it.
Right? Yeah.
So
And she
you're
was
like-
proud of it.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a slut because I got raped by this guy who's in power."
But it's not because she paid him.
Yeah, she said it's
Yeah,
prostitution.
That's right. Yeah, that was a
But
really
it's
weird
like,
line in
that
itself.
is so fucked up, lady.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I didn't rape her. Your Honor, I didn't rape her. I left her a $5 note in her
No,
back.
but
in
she
I'm
paid
so if
him.
you pay
She
for it,
paid him.
it's
Yeah.
not
to
rape.
rape her.
No, yeah.
But also,
it's not rape.
There's a transaction.
also, it's a lie.
It is
Oh
a
no,
lie,
I know it's a lie, but like the fact
that it was a
no,
thing.
how everyone reacted to
Yeah.
the liar initially
Yeah.
was that
Like they
it
were-
wasn't like you're full of
What
shit.
were they
cunt.
supposed to like?
No, well, it'd be like
You're a
you'd
bunch of
be like,
teenagers sitting around a room, and this chick who
You're
hasn't
a
spoken
slut.
this entire time just like unleashes. I don't know. That scene was like stupid to me.
Before we get to the very end as well, there's a period where I can't remember if it's before. It would have to be after he goes back to the room. He gets back in the vent somehow.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
guess
Yeah, we
that-
don't, we
That's
don't see
after-
that. We don't see that.
That's
yeah.
post dance montage. So they actually do show him climbing back through.
Okay,
Oh,
so
really?
he somehow gets back up in there
Yep.
and crawls back to his place. And then Ringwald comes and visits him, right?
Yeah.
And she just walks in. She's just like, he has to go through this fucking vent and creep in. And she's just like, I'm just going to walk through the halls
Yeah.
and just go straight over.
Yeah, just like opens the door, like it's unlocked.
Right? Like, what up?
You did all that work for nothing.
Should we rewind and talk about the teacher trying to fight him, or
Oh,
The best part of the movie.
yeah,
Best part of the
that's where
movie.
you see like the two like the best actors just together in a room. You know, like, you see these like it's just
I didn't
fire.
Oscar-worthy
hate the
performance?
teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
He
hate the
did
teacher
look like
either.
a teacher.
Yeah,
And he did kind of act like a teacher. So I was like,
that scene though he didn't do that well. In it,
No.
I think. That scene was actually like hard to watch, not because of the content that they were like the actual what they're trying to convey, but more so just his acting didn't do
Yeah.
a good job of
yeah.
conveying that. Very
Do we-
well.
And his shocked face wasn't. It was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, are we rolling now? Am I supposed to act
Yeah.
shocked
And
and
just
scared?
and just before this as well, it's like the "Hey, goth girl, I'm gonna change you."
No,
And-
that's not there yet.
no, because it's the
That's
same
not
scene as when
there.
she comes and visits him.
Like, yeah, but when we went backwards to talk about a teacher trying to fight him, Peter. We're not talking about that anymore. Now we're back to the teacher trying to fight him. Then we're going to go back to the end and all the bad things that happen.
keep
at
up.
the
It's
end.
back and forth. Keep up, Peter. Why?
Remember how I said this film actually does. Me personally think the film is a decent film, and then it just undoes the message that it tries to convey the whole time.
What
and
a
then,
faggot.
then we move on to these other parts. It's called listening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
crazy.
do that. I look at my iPad and then look up. I say things.
You know what it is? It's that you can see my feet through the desk. Isn't it? That's what it is. You keep getting distracted. You're like,
actually.
Yeah, you can see feet.
You're wearing
see-
shoes.
I am.
you're wearing shoes?
I am.
Gross.
But Pete likes that. It's like I can imagine what's underneath.
like
It's like
lingerie.
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 It's like,
Yeah.
Are they
it's
socks?
the difference. Yeah.
oh, they got ankles. Oh, that's a nice angle.
Fucking love,
I
can
love
see the
myself
ridge
some
of the
anklets.
heel.
Yeah.
What, I wonder what that mouth feels going to be like.
I hate you.
Give me
So
that texture. Give me that softness.
I thought we were there. My apologies.
I
I like how you remember what
Yeah.
button that is.
That's what I was saying.
Straight on.
He's like, which one is this? No. But you know the Feedy Petey one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's right away.
It's
Son
one
of
of the
a
most
bitch.
important ones. So,
Son of a bitch.
all right. So the end of the film. That's
Yeah.
where we are now, right? So,
Okay.
firstly, she does a really cunty thing and like pretends that he's a great guy, and that maybe because of if I tell you you're great, you're going to write this paper.
The only time I believe she was actually prom queen.
because that was a real shitty move on her part.
Yeah.
My little gripe with that too. He's the only guy that doesn't get anything.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know, like
no,
the
no.
other two hook up with the two chicks, and he's just like, "I wrote this paper,
I got to
and I
write a
get
paper,
fucking nothing."
and I
It's
have
bullshit.
pen.
Yeah.
We don't know
I
what
think
happens.
he learns friendship.
We don't know what happens off screen. He might be allowed to watch them have sex and just sort of based. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. He hides in
know
the
the
corner
specifics.
as everyone else hooks up.
He writes
Yeah.
a paper about it.
And that's his like that's him
That's like
getting
so
off.
depressing.
That's
and-
him getting off.
And
yeah.
how disgusting is like how excited he is, about the paper. It's
He's
just
like, yeah.
oh,
And
this
like
is my
gives
best work.
himself a
yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, how good am I for...
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Good. So
Fuck you. So there's that. Then the goth girl.
Goth Girl gets
Right?
fucking
So
remade.
the
Change-
jocks
change
sort
yourself.
Of, there's sort of some chemistry there. There isn't. You don't know that there is.
Oh,
but then,
It's weird that they come out of nowhere.
then makeup.
They just suddenly get together, and you're like, "Oh,
No,
so
you
like-
see
They-
that
there's
progress through the
that
film.
weird scene where it's just like,
Sort of.
I can go grab some coke or
It's
something,
like-
and he's like, and he's like, and he's like, fucking emo girl on the back, and he's like, fuck, and he's like, well, I'm here by myself with her. I might as well try and like put my dick in. He's like, so what are you in here for?
yeah, but it's so vague.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't say it was good.
there is something building there, but you're not sure, and he's not sure
And then
until
all
she
of a
gets a
sudden they walk
makeover.
off
And once she
together.
has a
Yeah.
makeover,
Ah, yeah, sure.
He's like
because
this-
now she's pretty.
once she
like
gets a
this-
makeover,
now she's
hey,
pretty.
hey,
Ah,
hey,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah. Don't you forget about me. Yeah. No, yeah.
It's just so forced. I think I've said it a few times, like off microphone. It's just like the script's written, and some guys just like, and take these 12 pages out, and all right, end the film.
It's like it had a better ending, and someone was like, "Oh, that won't sell. We need to just make everyone happy by transforming." Like the whole movie's about everyone is their own person, has their own identity, and that's like literally what the criminal, the jock, the whatever. Like everyone has their own identity and shit like that. You know, they literally change someone's identity at the end of the film.
Look, that's great and all, but you don't fit in this particular box, so we're going to change everything about you.
Yeah, and make you pretty so that he can like you.
And again, women are like, this movie fucking slaps.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
Exhibit A.
like it's weird that Ringwald ended up with.
Well, that's like the
old
cherry
mate.
on top.
But I don't think he would have ended up with her. Like the way that he's like through the whole thing, he's like, "You're just a prissy fucking, you know, like you're just so full of yourself and all this shit." I'm like, I don't think a person like that would want to be with someone who's like
You're
super
so
prissy
fake,
and
there's
super-
nothing real about you,
right?
you know,
and
I'm
then
all about
suddenly he's
realness.
like,
Oh.
"Yeah, I'll take your earring."
But also, I saw that 16-year-old puss, and I'm in.
I mean, that did happen. So yeah,
We don't know. There
We
could have been a
don't
stand-in.
know.
There could have been like a... I'm not going to say that, but like
I mean,
there could have been like a cunt double. There could have been a cunt double.
Yeah.
Stunt cock.
It's just fucked.
So
So
yeah,
fucked.
then the cherry on the cake is that this guy who's literally been abusing this girl for this film and like
Yeah.
being a monster to her and saying
Yep.
the nastiest shit
Yep.
gets the girl.
Yep.
Treat him mean, keep him king.
And just
Exactly.
like, yep, that's it.
That's
it. That's how Al got me.
This movie started up the pickup artist like phenomenon. How do you say that?
Phenomenon.
Yeah, they did that. Like they watched this and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with some bitches.
Yeah, men were really nice to women pre this.
yeah,
film.
yeah.
Yeah, forget the 50s and all the womanizing and stuff like that. And none of that
No,
actually
no,
existed.
no,
That's
no.
just like fake history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to slap a bitch and she's gonna want a piece of this.
yeah,
And it worked
yeah.
somehow. We've been doing it wrong.
Because, especially back then, I think, and maybe now, probably now, but women think they can fix men.
Oh yeah, that's definitely still now.
And that's probably what she
How's
was
it going
thinking.
fixing Al?
It's quite a challenge.
Quite a challenge.
My wife gave up years ago.
I gave up the day we started dating.
I can change him. Start dating. Nah.
Nah.
I'm gonna leave him
Like,
as is.
then even so,
Cunt's fucked. Like,
but then even so, like with the fixing thing and all that aside, it's just what I said before. It's like I don't think that he would want to be with her.
But he
even
gets,
if she did
he
want to be with him.
gets what he wants, essentially,
What?
is...
16-year-old puss.
Yeah.
And diamond jewelry.
missed it.
'Cause he did,
Diamond-
he
he
did
gets
bring
the-
that up a few times.
He can
Yeah.
pawn that for smokes. guys.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to assume that the only reason he's with her is to abuse the relationship.
Yeah.
and punch
get her money.
darts.
Yeah.
Because he's abused at home.
And
That's
she's
all he knows. So
And what was her problem again? Like, what was
her
her
parents.
Her parents
were
used her
divorced
against her.
and
Yeah.
put them against
Oh, what's? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ugh. They're
Like,
both rich. And they
Mum
get
wants
everything
me
they
to go
want.
here, and Dad's like, "It's okay, my little angel. Like after this, we'll go shopping."
So much
Yeah.
cringe.
And that's why she got detention, because she went shopping.
Shopping, and Dad's like, "Oh, Daddy's little girl. We'll go
Why
shopping
did
again."
she get detention again?
Because she was
Shopping.
shopping.
She skipped school to go shopping.
Right, yes.
That's typical prom queen shit.
And rich.
She's
gonna
just,
buy a new-
she's just thugging at the shops.
Is it twist?
Yes.
I don't think so.
They're pops, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pops.
Oh, you need to do that.
Everything is a bottle opener.
And then my literal last point is that like all their parents just like watch them make out with each other in front of them.
Yeah, I'd be like, "What the
yeah,
fuck kind of
how-
detention is this?" Where
How old mate just got
my
her
kid's
against the
tongue
car
punching.
Yeah.
and just fucking like going into the grope, and then just like she just gets in the car and the folks just fuck off, and she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, tension.
Like, how was school?
It irritated me that you didn't see the teacher again at all to the end, like past the end of the movie.
They stayed. That's the part that like, we haven't seen our teacher in like 5 hours. Should we go?
Yeah, and he's just never seen again, and it's like, oh, so the last thing I think you see is him talking to the janitor.
Yeah.
Is it? And
And the janitor sees him off. He's like, "We
the
got a good one."
janitor's there.
The
Teacher's
janitor's
like,
just locked him in the confidential room
I've
and
given
just...
up.
Yeah, he's drunk. He's passed out somewhere.
Gosh darn. Has
Yeah.
anyone got anything else they want to add? I think I'm pretty
No,
much.
I feel like the whole you're an individual until you need to change yourself for the person that you like.
It's
I feel
a
like
good
that's
message.
yeah.
What was the
Take
point?
note, young ladies watching The Breakfast Club.
What was the point?
He got the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the jewelry.
All of a sudden, okay. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
what that was
I'm
related
sorry, Alex.
to.
Alex, you can walk down the street whenever you want and go, hey, 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 and on that last one, you launch your fist up into the air and just freeze for a second. People are gonna walk past you stunned, man.
I didn't know. I had no idea that was related to getting the girl.
Hey,
I think he just really likes fisting.
Oh, Molly Ringwald's in for a wild ride.
Or as Bo Burnham says, uppercutting.
perfect.
I can say that because I'm quoting. I don't say that. Bo Burnham says that.
That's pretty good. No, my last line is just something about discount Charlie Sheen, and that was about all I had left.
Yeah.
I feel like at that stage, Emilio Estevez was the more popular
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's what.
And that-
when Peter said that, we both him and his wife, him and me and his wife,
His wife and I. Yeah, we go.
said to him like,
Yeah,
But who's the better actor, though?
Emilio Estevez.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would have to say
Yeah?
Emilio Estevez, and They're not.
But
Either
guys,
are not very good.
Have you guys seen 2.5 Men?
See, before Pete got into the Big Bang Theory, he loved 2.5 Men. It was his favorite show. And then Big Bang Theory came on, and he's like, Bazinga!
Fucking gross. I've told you, I've still never seen a full
There's
episode.
literally a picture of you with a Bazinga t-shirt on. Like,
Yes, that's clearly me.
it is. It's clearly you.
I lost
Like,
so much weight for that photo.
You lost weight for that photo shoot. You got tall, and you
Lost a bunch of weight and then suddenly put it back on again.
It's a convincing
Gets like
Photoshop,
a Marilyn Manson, like not Marilyn Manson. Who's the guy who like
He's
had a cult?
cancelled right now. You can't talk
He's
about it.
so cancelled.
Yeah, do not mention his
tattooed
name on this podcast, all right? Thank you.
Who's the guy from the 60s who got like a swastika tattooed on his forehead?
Fuck, I don't know.
Cult guy who's like once upon a time in Hollywood was like
Oh, what?
Manson.
Charles Manson. Yeah,
Charles
he's
Manson.
got like a Bazinga tattoo. Like
I couldn't
just
even
like
hide
He's
that.
like, this is a blank canvas, and there's only one thing I want on there: Bazinga.
it means hope and love.
All right, shall we move forward?
Yeah, I think so.
It is.
so.
That makes it.
Question time. We're done with shitting on it, so now we ask stupid questions.
Oh man, that drink is not any better with Pepsi.
Did you try it with a lime?
I'll squeeze lime into it shortly. Let's just get through these questions, shall we?
Okay.
Before we hit that fan fiction, I'll drop a lime in there. All right. So as per usual, we have some questions that we have to ask to really, get to the true meaning of the films and really understand what they're all about. This is anyone who listened to the last episode will know this question, but you guys haven't had the pleasure of listening to the last episode yet, so you don't know this question.
As it's
Ghostbusters,
only
right?
just come out today.
It was
Yeah.
Ghostbusters?
Yes, it was
I'm
Ghostbusters.
keen for that.
Yeah.
I'm keen to hear
You can listen to it on the way home.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll last you like to Innisfail.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Harvey Weinstein has you in his office, ready to
Oh.
offer you your big break.
Yeah.
He puts a contract out in front of you and goes to hand you a pen. As you reach for the pen, he cheekily snatches it from your grasp. He looks you in the eyes as a saucy grin comes across his face. First, I'm going to need you to do something for me. Hee hee. Desperate, you tell him you'll do anything. He reaches into his drawer and pulls out a tattoo gun. I'm going to need you to get I don't know what fucking voice I'm doing for this guy. I'm going to need you to get a line from the Breakfast Club tattooed on you.
You need to sound more Jewish.
What you get and how it looks is up to you, but you must pick or else no big break. Tell us about your tattoo.
That was a whole mix of emotion.
There's just too many different voices all in one.
Yeah, we actually pointed out last time that Miramax are probably going to sponsor this podcast because we're talking about Harvey Weinstein not being a creep. He's just offering you a big break by having to give you a tattoo.
Yeah.
By
Not a
penetrating you
digit.
by penetrating you in a different way.
Yeah.
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 With needles.
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so believe it or not, it's a back piece.
Okay. Cool. Nothing.
Now, this is going to feel really weird because I only just found out that some of the people are under the age of 18, but I'm just going to fucking say it anyway. All of the quote-unquote teens are on their knees looking up, but they're now clothed. And the words on it will be like, Dick, excuse me, Rich, will milk be made available to all of us?
Oh, no.
There's more. We're extremely thirsty. I have a real low tolerance for dehydration.
Are they all drawn like anime girls sort of thing? Like
Anime-esque.
Would you say lolly like they're actually 300 years old?
Look, I'm not going into that one. I only just found out like 3 hours ago that they were not over the age of 18 or 21 or whatever the hell. I suppose depending where it's filmed in America, they may be of legal age.
what state?
Yeah.
It's okay. We put it like that. We're just, when we do the fan fiction, we make it okay. We make it
We
okay.
make it okay.
Next week, yeah, Home Alone. Like,
Can we never do a version of Home Alone?
No, now you have to do one.
People want to know how we're going to tackle it.
Yeah.
He gets into a time machine. He's 21. Problem solved. Peter, did you have an idea for a tattoo?
I did. I'm still working on like the principle of it, but I feel like
as you always are.
I am because I come up with it as you press the button. But I'm thinking like instead of like a low arch, a higher arch, maybe up across the man titties above here, and then it's got like the has dick doing like this,
The bull horns?
Yeah.
and it says, "If you mess with the bull, you get the horns," and it's a play on me.
Your nipples? Are your nipples the horns?
Yes, it is now.
It kind of just sounds like one of those cringe pieces that someone thinks sounds tough. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah,
there's like
yeah,
bad
yeah, yeah.
spelling on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like no raggets. It's like we're there.
Yeah. Alex?
See, that was actually very similar to mine.
Was it?
I was going to go right above my penis.
Oh, beautiful.
If you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jazz, did you have a go at this one?
I did. I was thinking of. I couldn't remember the line, but it was the one where the weed was in his pants,
Yeah.
and he had mentioned, no, it's in what's his face's pants.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went for the normal ones of like, don't forget about me and sincerely yours, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, like
She'd
those,
actually get these.
I would. I would.
those classic white girl tattoos.
Yeah.
The best thing is every time we have guests on, it's generally like someone always takes it seriously with the guest, and then we're all like, "Here's a dick joke. Here's a rape joke." Like,
Wait. Can you please hold on? Do you have enough? You have room? Yes, you can. Oh wait, on that hand, you have to do it there. And have it so it's old mate doing yes, but it goes into your fist.
Yeah.
So you just go like that, and it's got old mate there. It's just
And
this
that-
massive fist.
and that way, when you're jerking off, guess who's jerking you off?
I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this. It's very unnerving.
At least you won't.
Forget about me.
And if that song plays in the background, I'm losing it completely. That's it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
At least you won't forget about him.
As you walk on by, would you call my name?
It's so good.
Just bend a shit.
Oh, Bender.
What do you got, Samwise?
Look, I actually struggled. I really, really struggled. I've noticed that I keep falling into this joke of just getting these people who are like renowned for sexual assault and picking the creepiest line from it.
What? No
and
way. You
attaching
got
it
the
to them.
Weinstein thing? And you're like,
Did you decide to go for something different, like a racist line?
very different. That's very it's like beat for you, Samuel.
The best I could come up with is just like a picture of Judd Nelson when he's kind of got that like creepy look on his face, where he's like his eyes like I don't know, he's does like a thing where he looks kind of creepy.
Is that when he's looking up the chick's dress?
You know what? It could be that. There's a scene where he just looks really creepy, and all I could think was like, and you will not sleep tonight. Is what would be underneath of it, and that's a line that the principal says. I didn't have a good one for this. I think
It's just him looking up the chick's skirt saying he will not
and you
sleep
will not
tonight.
sleep. You know what? That's it. There you go. Thanks.
Where are you
Peter.
getting that put, though?
Where am I getting it?
Yeah.
Where would that look good?
Run your
I reckon like
on your chest.
I reckon like in a
thigh.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's just him. Actually, it's just him looking.
Yeah.
But it's at my dick.
Yeah.
And it's just
the
got,
skirt.
and you will not
Not
sleep
sleep tonight,
There we go.
yes.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for collaborating with me on that one.
Or like half a face on each side, so when you put your legs together, it's them looking up at your dick. So it's like half a face on each side. You put your thighs together and it touches. Makes sense. And then if you want, you can like kind of like do it a little bit retarded. So it's like do like a dumb fuck. Like it's like watching the Elephant Man, like going.
Look fucked up the more you lose or gain weight. Like, the fuck happened to his face?
Looks like he's had a stroke.
Like, it doesn't matter what you do now. Like, you have to be like that weight from then on.
Yeah. I have to consistently stay at the weight I'm at. Like, you just do a workout, but then eat like a bulk K-Fed just to make sure that like nothing changes.
Yeah.
All right. So next question. Next question. We've been hired to update this film and make it more relevant and appropriate for the new generation. Where do we start? Firstly, I'd just like to throw out there multicultural cast, transgender people, and gender fluid people.
Wait, well, hold on, Sam. You missed black people. Or
I said multicultural.
Yeah.
You fucking dick.
Yeah, you said multicultural, like people that are also white but could
Do you know
be girls
people?
or boys.
You know, Pete. But despite your, short
Could Ray
side,
Fisher be in this?
there is more than there's more than two skin colors, mate. You know?
Is there?
Yeah.
Is that maybe like a
It's not just
Hispanic
white
dude?
and black, mate. There's
Sam's just like, it needs an American white, and it needs a European white, and
These people from
African?
like Sweden,
What?
England,
South. We're going
African.
south on Africa, yeah.
Russia,
Irish.
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 all color of the rainbow.
you know, anything from a really pale to like a slight, maybe a slight tan.
Yeah, to like an off white.
It's got the Family Guy thing, like with like good.
the paint swatches. Yeah, this is real PC.
Or perhaps some sort of Mexican.
I mean, the film itself has to be PC. The
Yeah,
way
yeah.
we get there has to be PC. Yeah.
Do you want to be part of the Breakfast Club? See?
You watch Miss Carboy, and we'll see how you if you get this part. I mean, I feel like that's how they got the last actors on. It's like, you want to be in a film? Yeah, you're hired. Like, can you act? No.
Can you
You're
read
hired.
some like this and like I can't read. They're like, that's okay. Reading's optional. Can you act? Nah. Acting's optional. Can you get in the back of this pickup truck? Yes, I can. You are hired.
Okay.
Probably not use the word faggot as well.
Yeah, I would. I mean, you'd have to change the language completely. Eat my shorts is still okay. That's very
Yeah.
safe. That's very safe.
It's safe but lame.
It could imply pedophilia, though. If you told a teacher to eat your shorts, you could imply a teacher is a pedophile. And
You
I
would
feel-
change the flare gun too.
I feel
Yeah,
like
to
ragging
to a semi-automatic,
is.
just to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is ragging on pedophiles like not PC? Like, no,
you don't want to imply anyone as something if they aren't. That's all. You know.
Okay.
It's like if you walk in one day, I'm like, "Hey, Aaron, how you going, mate?" And you're like, "Sorry, was that a pronoun for a man you just gave me then?" Or
mate's unisex.
As long as you're
I
not
feel.
endorsing it
Yeah.
either. I
Yeah.
think that's important.
You've got
So
to
it's
pat it.
like short eating of young children. I'm for it. Thumbs up.
Love me some short.
All right, so maybe we should pull apart the cast.
yeah,
Yeah, casting. What do you reckon? Oh, I was like just saying.
Molly-
that.
Alright, so who would we replace Molly Ringwald with?
An Asian person because of sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, okay.
Well, that
which-
makes it stereotypical though that she's
No,
eating.
the
no, no,
jock's
no, no.
got to be
No,
black.
A redhead Asian. They're pretty rare.
Yeah.
The
They're pretty
jock,
rare.
the jock has got to be black. He's got to
Yeah.
be black.
Oh, yeah,
He's got to
yeah.
be a fucking
Yeah,
athletic black
he's just
dude.
Ray Fisher.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah,
what?
he's just Ray Fisher.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
no longer
Finally
a
good casting, right?
Yeah, he's not a wrestler anymore. He's like a halfback.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
because it's what we're doing.
That's also he's got experience playing a football star. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw Justice League, but he was beautiful in that film. It was amazing, and he did a great job being in that film.
That's true. Yeah.
So we got do we know who the Asian actress is? Who's
I think that's got to be the girl.
But who's got the red hair?
No. Who's like the really old like Chinese lady who's in like a lot of like the Mandalorian and stuff like that?
who plays the bounty hunter chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know her name.
Oh,
I feel like-
Ming.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm not going
Watch
to say
out,
it. I'm not
watch
going
out.
to say it because it's going to sound like real racist.
Min A Wing. Min A Wing. Min A Wing. No, what's her name? No,
I'm gonna
it's
say-
Ming. It's Min A
No,
Wing.
no.
It's Wang.
No.
Min A. Shit. No. I know her name.
Dig in the bucket.
No, she's good.
She's a great actress. I think she should because like ageist.
Yeah.
Who says that a 16-year-old has to be played by a 16-year-old?
Right, exactly, yeah, that's right.
Why not?
I mean, clearly that doesn't matter in this movie anyway. So,
But I'm saying, isn't she like 40s or 50s? Like,
She is now. Yeah.
yeah. So she's playing a 16-year-old.
I don't know who this actor is, but could she be prom queen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ming.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Ming Na Wen. Sorry, I was close.
You were not close at all.
You literally said Ming Wang at one point.
You got the You got the first name right.
It wasn't like Mingo Ling or something.
I'm also dyslexic. Jesus Christ! Like my
Stop bullying me, guys.
look, I have a problem
Okay,
with feet,
okay.
but not names.
So Peter's dyslexic, so Peter has to be in it.
Peter could play Bender, right?
Oh yeah, you're a bit of a badass.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
about
edgy.
that.
You could get
Yeah.
It needs to be someone way more cringy.
Patterson.
Robert Patterson.
He's in everything
Yeah.
now.
No, but he's alright, but
But he's in
He's
everything.
actually
now.
like a. Yeah,
He's turned his career around.
Yeah.
He's not the Twilight
It's
guy.
really just
Yeah.
Twilight that he sort of.
Yeah.
that's his
Fuck
that's
around.
his stain on his career. is
Yeah.
Twilight.
Even he gives it shit
Yeah,
in interviews. He's like, I regret it.
instantly. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like I hated it. Yeah, but yeah, no, she's great. She was Do you know what she was in?
Pete, okay, I want to know who we're replacing Bender with.
Yeah, but she was in.
Are you trying to justify the fact that you sounded really racist before?
No,
we get
it
that.
always
It's
be
fine.
like a-
No,
We're
no,
trying
no,
to move
no,
on.
no,
We're
no.
moving on now, though. We're not sitting in that.
Who
anymore.
is
We're
it?
moving on.
Who is it in Shia LaBeouf?
Shia
LaBeouf
as
could come
Bender.
back to do Bender.
Yeah, I think so as well,
I can
actually.
see
Yeah.
that.
He's about the right age now
Yeah.
too. Like,
Who's Shia LaBeouf?
The guy from Terminator.
Transformers.
Yeah, you wanna say
sorry.
Transformers.
Terminator. Yeah, no,
The one that kind of
Transformers.
went insane.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. He definitely went insane. The guy that
He's
you
a-
see like memes that was like, just do it.
He's a strange
Yeah.
guy.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a criminal. That'd be good.
Okay, who plays the nerd and who plays the goth chick?
Goth chick has to be trans.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
no, I was gonna make the nerd trans, but
The nerd could be trans. I was thinking the goth chick could be Asian. Honestly,
Okay, so you
like
just-
I think she could be Asian.
We can have two Asians. A movie hasn't done that
Is
before.
that okay?
Yeah, because it hasn't been done before. That's really PC.
So you're thinking like Lucy Liu?
No.
Yeah.
no, she's
She's too cool.
She is too. She is too cool to be a nerd. But
Maybe
is that saying
like a
that? Is that
quiet,
saying
shy
nerds can't
Asian.
be cool?
No, but I mean, she's got.
Who's a quiet, shy Asian?
no. You need
Who is-
to get someone who's like that they can do.
Alright,
She's about that
Guys,
age too.
guys, it's
Okay.
not Asian, but could it be Michael Cera?
Oh,
Oh, you know what? It could be because
could
you're
be.
thinking trans.
Who's he
Thinking
gonna
trans,
be? Is he gonna be the jock?
no,
No.
the
No, he would
the
be
goth
the
chick. The
quiet-
goth chick.
the quiet goth chick.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah,
All right, right, yeah, because gender's not a thing.
I
Yeah,
could see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Ha!
There are people that listen to this and are like, fuck, these cunts are so fucking backwards. Genders don't think fucking drop con 2020.
2022.
Two. Yeah, come on, man.
2020 Part 2.
I'm not saying all of our listeners are retarded, but if there is a listener out there who thinks it's still 2020, well, the next 2 years are going to be wild for you, buddy. Strap yourself in. It's a doozy.
So who would play the black jock?
That's Ray Fisher.
Yeah,
Ray
absolutely
Fisher,
Ray Fisher.
right.
Absolutely Ray
Yeah,
Fisher.
yeah, yeah.
Do we need a
well-
black athletic person? Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Is there any others? No.
Can I get the
so-
director as the director of Charlie's Angels? Like the new Charlie's
Oh,
Angels?
yeah, what's her name? Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks. Just as the director, so you know it's going to be quality.
Yep, yep. And she can make that really stupid statement that, like, if you don't like this, it just means you hate women.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Yep, that's the whole thing.
That just breaks everything, doesn't it?
You know who the nerd should be? I'm just going to throw this out there. Tom Holland.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah, but he's like,
Because all the
Really
Spider-Man films are
likeable, though.
basically John Hughes films.
yeah.
And so, yeah, but you got to have that one name in there that, like, everyone knows.
No,
you know?
it's so that they can
yeah,
talk.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, yeah.
Everyone else is a little bit, B class now, and he's A. You know?
Yeah, you need like at least a good actor in the film.
You need a pull, No one's coming.
I'm sorry,
the
Ray
only person
Fisher
coming
is-
to see Michael Cera is Aaron.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
The only person going to see Ray Fisher is going to be me.
I mean,
If
who
it
is-
wasn't Michael Cera, it'd be the dude who played Kramer from Seinfeld.
who is
Who's
Michael
also a
Cera?
racist.
Michael
and, like,
Michael Cera, have you seen Juno?
Yeah,
The weird kid in Juno.
the,
The,
weird
the love
blankie.
interest. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
the
he's
really
kinda like-
drugged up guy, and this is the end.
oh yeah.
Yes.
He kind of looks like a slender man with a job.
It looks like a praying mantis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And how does he talk, Aaron?
And Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I mean, apart from... So, look, I think we've nailed this, guys. I
Yeah.
think we actually probably have a film here. So, directed by
Well, who's the
Elizabeth
jock?
Banks.
Who was the jock?
Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher.
No, yeah, right.
I already
right,
did
right.
that.
Yeah.
So, directed
Yeah,
by
so-
Elizabeth Banks, the director of the latest installment in the Charlie's Angels series, the same
So
series.
Best
the
Charlie's
same,
Angels.
the same
Best
woman
Charlie's
who said, if you don't like this film, you
Yeah.
don't like women.
You know she can revamp something.
Yeah, like, you know
she can make it.
She made Best Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
And wasn't she also in the Ghostbusters remake?
I don't think so.
No, you're thinking of the SNL chick.
Oh,
That's okay. So then we
women,
have...
they're all the same. No, I don't.
They're interchangeable.
Okay. Directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
The Breakfast Club 2023. We'll have
That's so unnecessary.
Michael Cera
Yeah.
as the trans goth chick.
Yeah, perfect.
Shia LaBeouf as the criminal or
Yeah.
Bender. Ming Na Wang as the princess.
Yeah.
Or the prom
Queen, yeah.
Ray Fisher as the jock.
Classic.
Yeah. And Tom Holland as the nerd.
Who's the who is the teacher?
That's the only line we have to fill up. I'm thinking. What about what's his name? He's in jail now. Run a big film company.
Harvey Weinstein.
That's the one.
Wait, no. We're missing someone perfect here.
Tim Allen.
No. No, fucking old mate.
Tim Allen, I already said.
No,
Tim
no,
Allen.
no.
Who's?
Fuck, the jiu-jitsu guy.
Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
Oh.
Perfect. He's like, I'm gonna fucking, like, he's like talking about fighting you.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Here's my blues album.
You come at me with any more questions, I'm gonna kick you like this.
I feel like him just strolling through the door and him trying to get the door open and shit. It's just like,
If the door ever messes with me again, I'll put you to the ground.
I mean, I don't know. That's my vote.
No, that's cool. I'm okay with that. All right, I feel like we did a pretty good job of creating that film. So, coming in 2023, new Breakfast Club film.
Yep.
Right. Tom Holland, fucking Steven Seagal, Michael Cera, Shia LaBeouf, Ming-Na Wang, Ray Fisher.
Perfect.
You know what? That's a kind of a cheap film, realistically. There's one scene, and we're only kind of paying for Tom Holland. Everyone else kind of comes for free.
Yeah. Everyone else is coming in cheap. Like we're gonna make money, guys. This is,
And you could just use the library down in Cairns.
Yeah.
we could, yeah. And like, I don't think we'd have any problem getting that song back. I reckon we could definitely secure with the spending as low as it is. I think we'd have a problem.
You've got to
securing the original.
You've got to get like
soundtrack.
someone like Billie Eilish or something to do a fucking cover.
I was thinking like Billie Eilish. Hey.
Now, who's that the chick that sings that? I was gonna say the chick who does that dance monkey dance.
That is.
Tones and I.
That
Yeah.
Get Tones and I to do a remake of that.
I'm surprised.
So it's
you
like
knew
a
that.
Australian funded / sounds.
Yeah, 'cause we're-
music's done here.
Yeah.
I remember because it's a terrible name.
Oh yeah.
It irritates the fuck out of me. Tones and I. Oh my god. Oh.
Alex, I really hope none of like your more how do I put this?
Woke.
More woke music friends listen to this podcast.
Why?
They'll be like, I can't believe he doesn't like Tones and I can't
fuck
even
off. It's
entertain
terrible.
me."
I don't give a fuck. I'll openly, publicly say that.
I am never putting him on Triple J ever.
Ever again. Yeah.
Go for it. Like, honestly, no. She's just, okay, no.
She's
Too many
old,
things.
She's good.
Too many things.
She's good.
Too many things.
Yeah, but you also think Breakfast Club is good.
I thought you were about to say breastfeeding. Then I was like, "Ah!"
Okay, so we're getting to that stage of the podcast where we've all had a little bit more to drink and have.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
also quite sober too because this alcohol is gross.
He's had like 4 sips.
Take a swig.
Just swig that shit, bro.
Just neck it.
Just
Neck
hold,
it.
hold
Tug
your
it.
breath.
Neck
Hold your
half
breath.
of
Okay.
it.
Do it.
Keep going. Go,
Take
go,
it to the
go,
hole. Take it to the
go.
hole.
Just imagine Monica's here taunting you for being a bitch.
That was decent. That was good.
That was-
Reach deep down
okay.
inside and fill yourself with hate.
Just passes out. Dies.
He hates himself now. We did good.
Oh god, you guys are wonderful. Thank you, wonderful audience.
No, I'm done.
All right, that's good.
Yeah,
Last
right.
thing.
So on the question, right? Are we doing an order for the question? The question you're asking. The what was the first one again? The how do we make it more politically correct?
yeah, we did that.
With that, yeah, that was it was a group. It was a group.
That was a group
activity.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Well. Yeah. No. I was going to add as well. Probably take out the abuse. Probably take out the
Yeah.
teacher abuse.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really big thing.
It w-
That's
yeah.
in the movie. That should
And also probably change the ending as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to change yourself to be with the popular person.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, no. Guys, the ending is so obvious. in the ending, right?
Shoots up the
Fucking
school.
Tom Holland shoots up the school.
Yeah.
And kills everyone.
Don't you
Forget
about me. And he's like, no,
Okay,
no
okay.
one will ever forget
if
about
that's
me
the
now.
case, the end song has to be Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh yeah. No, you're making it for a modern audience.
You
yeah,
are,
no,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah. But it's
Considering-
like it's Billie Eilish.
All the little
other
kids.
kids with the pumped up kicks. That's what's got to be.
Yeah.
Just slow motion to match the beat. Like originally they wanted the gunfire to match the beat, but they couldn't do it because the song was so slow and dull.
Yeah.
So they had to like slow the shot down so it would go like the pom, 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 pom.
But Billie Eilish is great. It's good for people who like don't want to commit to like 9 Inch Nails or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's 9 Inch Nails light.
And I like 9 Inch Nails. I really like 9 Inch Nails, but it's like I don't want the full 9 Inch Nails experience. Can I just get like a diet?
Yeah, have some diet 9 Inch Nails.
No sugar.
No salt. No.
Just plain.
It's a 9-9. Yeah.
Oh, yep. All right. Last question. Who has the most punchable face?
Oh, I've got one.
For me, it's the janitor. I just didn't like that guy's face for some reason. It just annoyed me.
Mine would be Molly Ringwald.
Did you say that last name right?
Sorry, Ringworm. Sorry, Ringmold.
There you go.
Sorry, Ring. Yeah, she had the most.
I'm dying.
She had the most. She easily had the most punchable face. The moment she was in the car with her dad, and she had like that "I just sucked on a lemon" look on her face, I was like, punchable face. And so from the rest of the movie, I didn't even bother with like looking for a punchable face. I'm like, Molly Ringwald.
So this is a tricky thing because do we decide this just based off what they look like or who they are?
It's purely you look at them and you're like,
It's
I wanna
just-
punch
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Like you see their
So
face.
for me, it was the janitor.
You see their
Sure.
face, and you're like, oh, I'd love to just put my fist through their face in a violent way, of course.
I think I agree with Jazz here in the.
Well, she hasn't said hers yet.
the job.
But
Emilio. Emilio!
It's the job.
I would love.
The Mighty Duck Man himself, Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Emilio.
The job.
So,
The jock, yeah.
No, I reckon the job. He's just got one of those.
That
really,
is just his face, though.
But that's the point of it.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
He's
This is-
just
this is-
definitely like the popular as far as in my high school days.
He looks just like his
There was
dad,
the
and that's what
popular
fucks
kid.
me up.
and
Yeah.
he's just no.
Yeah. This is the most split decision we've ever had. Peter, what about you?
I mean, I wanted to change this. The
We don't need a
punch.
diatribe. Who is it?
No, the fuck off. This leads into what I'm saying. I hate you. More about setting fire to their car, but the mum and the sister of the nerd
Yeah.
just fucking carpet bomb their car.
That's fair, actually.
Mold of cocktail,
Yeah.
straight in, doors locked.
Just like,
I'm surprised nobody said teacher though.
no, well,
He's all right. He doesn't have a punchable face.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got that. He does have that dick face.
He has a
though.
little bit of a punchable face, but not as bad as Molly Ringwald.
No, Molly is no. She's off the table.
I'd like to do something else. to
She's
that
off the
face.
table because someone's punched it.
or under the table where you can see a box. Is pretty much, yeah.
Fuck, man. God.
Potentially not hers.
But Peter just says some real boomer shit sometimes.
It just comes off the top of the dome. I don't know.
It's just like, that would be great on a Minion meme.
Peter and Minion memes, man. Woo. It's 4 p.m. somewhere.
It's 1 o'clock.
All right. That takes us to our next segment.
Fanfiction, motherfucker. Yeah, fanfiction, motherfucker. Yeah, bring it that hot, bitch. Yeah, fanfiction, motherfucker. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Are you ready? You look... I don't know if it's concern on your face.
It's
or-
concerned.
Have you not
Yeah.
heard that intro before?
No, I haven't gotten to the fan fiction part.
Ever. You're in for a treat.
If you're not moist by the end of this, I'm going to be really
Don't
disappointed.
know.
I mean, I think the line is, "Are you ready to get hard, bitch?"
That is what I say. Yeah, we could redo it, and I could do like.
All right, so are we? I'm doing.
So
I'm doing Molly, right?
You're going to be Claire.
I'm going to be Claire. So do I have to be like, yes, I'm Claire?
You can pick whatever voice you want. Yeah,
That's the magic of acting.
yeah.
And
then you
this
can
could
do
be
whatever
for the
voice you
new-
want.
No one can tell the diddly difference.
If that's the voice you want to do as well, by all means.
So this is a weird one to do. I had a really, really hard time finding this fanfiction. So I originally wanted one that was going to include Jazz, Alex, and Aaron, and then I could just narrate it. But I couldn't find fucking anything. It's like
No, I was
so
going to say you'd be
few.
only able to find Bender and Claire stuff.
It's Bender and Claire,
I'm
and there's a
surprised
lot
there
of
was no orgies.
that's what I mean. I
That's
expected
ridiculous.
orgies, and there was no fucking
The Breakfast
orgies.
Club, where everyone's eating,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Nobody has minds like you guys.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
I don't know about
I mean,
that.
trust me. As I read this, you'll realize people have minds.
I mean, I was reading a bit of it before, and I was like, "Oh, sugar."
Oh, sugar, yes.
Yeah.
That language will fly. So, just want to point out that this takes place in an alternative universe where people don't finish high school until they're 20 years old. So, everyone in this is
least.
18 years
Yeah,
old
yeah,
at
of
least.
course.
Right?
At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
So they're all of consenting legal
Age,
age.
that's correct.
Except for what's her name, Ringwell.
Nah, in this fan fiction.
We don't
I said
have a
alternative
25 or a
universe.
16-year-old. It's good. It's good.
I said alternative universe, Peter.
I know, I was just being a dick.
No,
to
I
make
said
it worse.
alternative universe,
I know,
Peter.
I know.
Pete, you want to give us a sense? I'll check that level.
Yeah.
How's that for everyone? Can you still hear yourselves adequately? Aaron, I know you can't hear it at all. You don't have to worry about it. You guys okay? Can you still hear yourself
Is that
talk?
really like loud?
It's so glorious. No, it's not loud.
No, it shouldn't be too loud.
It's double back.
It's really
Yeah.
quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's I made it bigger though, so it's easier to read.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it was originally 6 pages. Now it's 8.
Are you ready for 4 chords for until you guys finish?
Just a
As
full
long as
chord
it's
song.
not your standard 4 chords.
Every now and then, Aaron. Every now and then, can I just when you feel appropriate? I can't hear the music.
I can't hear music,
Fuck.
yeah.
Like, so every now and then when you feel it appropriate, can you just do like a hey.
I mean, like, I can, but without hearing anything, it's going to be very off-putting.
How can you not hear
I could,
this?
I can't hear anything.
I could potentially give it a go because I'll
Yeah.
I'll be doing
Yeah.
a high voice for
Yeah, that's true.
That's
You can do that,
perfect, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. All right.
Yeah.
Just when you feel it appropriate, you know.
Alright.
No. So one thing I've started doing with the fan fiction is if you flick through it, you'll notice parts that are like part of my dialogue that are highlighted, and that's where you guys have to make moaning sounds or you whine or you gasp or something like that. So it's just for you guys, it's just emotes for you guys to be able to see what you have to do there. You don't have a lot. There's not a lot, but there's just a. I mean,
Thank
sorry,
the Lord.
Alex, you have a lot.
I have a fair bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
She's clearly more
And
into
you've
it.
only got one. I think there's only one on there for you. So,
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Is it like a manly grunt?
No, it's like he laughs darkly or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I know. Freaking know.
I find the best way to do this is to just don't worry about how you sound. Just do like the
Weirdest.
dumbest
who
version
cares?
of a voice you can do.
Do what you can.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Okay, dokie. Best one ever. All right, we can get started.
Yeah.
This is called The Closet Scene. It was written by GothicAngelSama, and it was from fanfiction.net. Peter, you want to play me in? I knock on the door, separating me from the object of my current obsession and the reason why my heart was threatening to beat right out of my chest. I reached out and grabbed the door handle, taking a deep breath and preparing myself for what lies on the other side. I push it open just enough to squeeze my slim body in and close it quickly and silently behind me. I pause a beat before I turn around to face him. Yes, him, John Bender. The burnout, the stoner, the knucklehead, the criminal. The man whose gaze sent a jolt of need through me on a primal level like I've never felt before. Bender smiles a half smile and then becomes serious. The words he spoke earlier came back to my mind. He called me a tease. She's only a tease if what she does gets you hot. That was an admission that what I do gets him hot. I honestly never thought he'd be interested in a girl like me. Or me and a guy like him. We stand there staring at each other for a minute. He licks his lips and crosses his arms over his chest. I bet he can guess why I'm here, or what I want to say, but he says nothing,
and stares at me expectantly. I sigh. That's you gotta sigh. And push my red hair out of my face. A light blush settles on my cheeks under his gaze. The hair on the back of my neck stands on end, but I'm not scared, just excited. Who knew being bad felt so good?
You lost, princess.
His voice is teasing. I stand there and say nothing as he pushes himself off the boxes he was sitting on.
Remember how you said your parents just used you to get back at each other? Would I be outstanding in that capacity?
He smiles a wolfish grin at me. He circles around me and leans on the door, blocking my only exit. Throwing all caution to the wind, I lean in and kiss his neck. He turns and looks at me with shock and the underlying of desire.
Why did you do that?
Because I knew you wouldn't.
I answer him, and he shrugs a little.
Were you really disgusted by the thing I did with my lipstick?
I ask him quickly before I lose my nerve. I back up against the door as he takes a few steps towards me in the tiny closet.
Hey,
His gaze is wild and calculating, like a caged animal.
Truth.
His voice comes out husky with desire. I feel another rush of heat to my cheeks as I blush deeper, and butterflies do somersaults in my stomach. Heat pulls lower too, under the acrobatic insects. I nod silently, then answer aloud. My voice comes out in a shaky whisper. He smiles again, a hunter's smile. He takes another step to me and my back is to the door. He nods his head.
No.
I thought it was pretty sexy for a cherry.
He shrugs and leans against the door, feigning indifference. I gasp at him and cross my arms over my chest.
$5 says you're a virgin too, John.
I smirk, knowing he would take the bet. He raises an eyebrow at me.
$5? I don't want your money, princess.
That's the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was
is that...
like,
is that
Yep,
Yeah.
that's my bad.
Well, it's got Claire.
Yeah, that's my bad. His dark eyes rake up and down my body, sending chills down my spine.
I want something else.
Now it's my turn to raise a perfectly sculpted eyebrow at him. I tilt my head to the side and gesture for him to go on.
I think you know what I want, Cherry.
I stare at him, mouth wide open. Did he just admit he wants to have sex with me? In this storage closet? Alone, yet so close to Mr. Vernon? But he said he wants to have sex with me. I flush red at the thought of actually doing it with him.
Is that all?
I ask as if his request hadn't shocked me. The way he's looking at me, I know he can tell I'm bluffing. I just want to see it. He's gonna call me on it. He nods at me and licks his lips. Another jolt of pure desire surges through me now. It's now or never. I walk over to him and lean up on my tiptoes, pressing my full soft lips to his.
Hey.
They are warm and slightly chapped, and the taste of marijuana lingers. His breath hitches as he brings his hands up from his side and slides them up and down my sides, dipping closer and closer to the bottom of my top, pressing me against him.
Don't you?
I sigh into the kiss, and letting him take over, I lift my arms around his neck and thread my fingers through his hair. It's surprisingly soft despite its greasy appearance. He slips his hands under my top and the warmth of his fingertips is followed by the chill of leather on my heated skin. He slips his knee between my thighs and I moan. Loud. I break the kiss and throw my head back as waves of pleasure radiate through my body.
Oh, John!
I whimper quietly as he starts to kiss my neck. I turn my head to the side and he kisses down my collarbone, down the dip of my shirt. He kisses the middle of my chest before leaning back to pull my shirt over my head. My pink nipples tighten under his gaze. I blush as he dips his head to take a bite in his mouth. He twirls his skilled tongue around it and I moan his name again. I rub my thighs together in an attempt to relieve the growing pressure. He moves to the neglected nipple, lavishing it with the same attention. I brace my hands on his shoulders as his hands unzip my skirt and pull it and my panties down. My heart is pounding faster than I ever thought it could, and then my mind goes completely blank as he slips 2 fingers into my wet core.
thrusting them harshly and making me cry out in pleasure. As he thrusts them faster and faster, my face flushes when I hear him chuckle darkly. My face flushes when I hear him chuckle darkly.
Ho 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 ho. You ready, Cherry?
He asks. His voice is husky and thick with desire. I can't open my eyes. If I look at him, I know it won't be able to last any longer. He may just be my undoing. I nod in response and his fingers slip out of me and leave me feeling strangely empty and completely unsatisfied. I hear his belt buckle and zipper as he sheds his clothes and presses his throbbing shaft against my bare stomach. I can't help the moan that escapes my lips when I feel how warm and long it is. I feel a moment of doubt that he can actually fit in me. As I'm about to ask him to stop, he pushes into me with one solid thrust, making me cry out in pain and pleasure. As my vision goes completely white, I cry out again and again in pure ecstasy as he thrusts deeper and deeper till I come, screaming and digging my long manicured nails into his arms. He thrusts as he finishes and winces as he lets himself slip from my wet core. He's breathing as heavily as I am and smiles at me when I look at him. My head's still spinning.
How was it, Jerry?
He fixes his clothes, then helps me to redress in mine. I hope my hair and makeup don't give me away.
That was wow.
I'm honestly at a loss for words. I just lost my virginity to John Bender. What could I say?
Hey, 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 hey.
He smiles and brushes my hair from my face. His hand lingers on my cheek as he leans in to kiss me softly. Our lips are probably already bruised from the harsh kisses before.
Can I pick you up for a movie tonight?
He asks when we finally part. I bite my lip and nod.
Are you sure you want to be seen with me in public, though? What if your friends see us?
I ask, suddenly unsure about what we just did. My chest starts to tighten with guilt and what feels like regret.
What of them? If they ask, I'll tell them to mind their own goddamn business.
His cocky and sure exterior fades as he looks scared. It shocks me.
Please, Kat. I don't want this to just be a casual thing. I want to make this work between us.
Okay, I'll go. Pick me up at 8. I'll see you tonight, John.
I kiss him on the cheek and quickly slip out of the storage room before anyone comes and finds me in here with Bender. Alone, with messy hair and flushed faces, the smell of sex thick in the air. That was the best double standard ever. The end.
Majestic.
I got the girl.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's fun.
That was kind of shocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the term wet core?
That was...
Wet core.
I think the real question is, how hard are you?
Not very.
I am minus.
That was not very erotic.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was straight to the point.
Yeah.
And the way they described things was not very enjoyable.
It's kind of like it was written by a high schooler, maybe. I don't know.
I was honestly trying to envision the closest person I could envision, which was Alex. And I was just like...
It wasn't Peter.
No, I wasn't Peter. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's
Do
okay.
you like to think about my wet core?
Well, I was trying to
I know that I
understand,
don't.
and I was like, if anyone was to actually read this is... I'm sorry, whoever wrote this, but that was shocking.
I don't know if anyone could get off to that.
No.
If someone could actually get off to that, I would be impressed.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the
Actually
reader
impressive.
did. The writer did. Sorry, not the reader.
Sure.
The writer did.
The writer,
The,
yeah.
the
it's
reader may
whatever-
have. How are you feeling?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit toasty over here, guys.
See, I never, I could never get off to something that I've written because I'm like, I already fucking know it.
Yeah.
I already know what's happening in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that works for you, Good for you, man. That's
Yeah,
great.
but you know what's going on. Like, as the writer, you know. But
that's
if you're
exactly
writing
right.
it out and someone else is reading
If
it. No,
anyone has managed to get off over this, I would love to hear about it.
Knock one out, flick
In the
the
comment
comment
section,
section,
congratulatory
to
fruit
completion.
We like to pretend that when we do
Something.
fan fiction, people are jerking off. Like, that's like we're doing this for the guys actually jerking off. We're not doing this for the humor level. Like this is
Well,
Yeah.
good
Bender's
on you
voice, I'm
guys.
sorry.
Yeah, it's like and just as like an official.
Your Bender voice was perfect.
if you just came,
You're just like,
I
this
salute
is my
you.
bad voice. Like that's what it was.
I had it down pat in my mind, and then what came out, I was like, you just fucked that up big time, and now
I
you're
think
stuck.
my favorite was the little laugh.
That fucking broke you though too.
Again, I had it down pat in my mind. I was like, yeah, I know, this is how you're going to do it. And then I did it. I was like, well, you didn't fucking do what you prepared.
That is not the voice I was expecting.
No.
Yep.
And now I have to go back home and show this to the family. And I'm like, I don't want to show this at
Hey,
all.
family.
You're like, oh, how was it? You're like, oh, we didn't do it.
Didn't happen. Don't worry
Yeah, there was
about
a
it.
power
Don't
outage.
ask.
Don't look it up. You won't see it on Google because they had no power to put it up there. But
This is what I got up to in Cairns.
How was the cancer? Yeah, it was good.
Like we're worried about Alex's friends.
I think I need to talk to his mom about his friend.
Yeah.
Fucking all right. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode.
Wow.
So let's summarize this shit.
It was
Bender.
a great movie.
Bender, creepy as fuck.
yes.
Just wrong in all the ways.
Sexual predator
Sexual
definitely
predator
will be in jail
abuse will be in
later
jail for sure.
Sexy.
multiple different things.
Sexy predator. That's not how you say it. It's called sex predator.
Sex predator.
Now you're getting into the fan fiction.
Yeah. She's got it.
The teacher must be deaf because he hears nothing. Weed doesn't work that way. No, weed doesn't work that way. No.
Allegedly. We've never
Allegedly.
smoked weed.
Yeah, we
I mean,
don't know.
No, to be fair, like a couple of them were kind of doing the thing. They just had the little giggles and they're like, yeah.
So we read
But
in a
old
medical
mate
journal.
going fucking nuts.
Not a
That's
thing.
just not.
Jumps and flips and...
Yeah,
The relationships between the characters are more up and down than a person with bipolar,
absolutely. And they somehow end up together.
and yet somehow they'll end up together.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Except the nerd who's just in the corner basting.
One of the core messages of this film is treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen.
Yep. Change
Yeah.
yourself to be what your partner truly wants.
Yep. And the ending completely disregards the messages that they try to convey throughout the whole film, and basically everyone gets like a dumb Hollywood ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I also feel that the ending... Don't look at me like that.
It's because you said ending. He was like, yeah.
Like, what did you got to say about the
After
ending?
that fan fiction.
Yeah.
It's, I think, because you know how, like, in not in high school, in primary school, when, like, a little boy, like, picks on the girl, the parents are always like, it's because he likes you.
Yeah.
I think that was also towards the ending, because Bender was always picking on Claire. He did like her, even though he was treating her like shit the entire time.
Why
So-
did he like her?
So they're preschoolers, essentially.
Yes, they are
But
preschoolers.
what did
And
he
that
like
somehow
about
makes
her?
it right.
He
I love
likes
listening to you
the fact that
justify
he-
this.
But
She-
Justin's a sexy preschooler.
But the fact that she was, you know, like she was the popular kid, but all she could do was put lipstick on with her non-existent boobs, and
Which was a weird
it was weird.
plot
I was
hole.
just like, I don't have boobs, and all I get, she just stuck it into the bra and just went, yep, my boobs are holding it
Yeah,
together.
I read a thing about that. That was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
But he liked her for the sheer fact that she gave him attention as a popular person.
Sure.
He found that kind of nice and down to earth.
What a fag.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is, what you're basically saying is, with all that, it's pretty safe to say that
It's a bit shady.
No! No!
Thank you again for listening to another episode of It's a Bit Shit. As you may have noticed, we skipped our release window and we're a week late. This was purely so we could get ourselves a little backlog, as between having actual jobs, playing in numerous bands, and living life, things can get a little chaotic. But fear not, we're back on track from this week onwards. I want to thank Alex and his wonderful partner Jazz for joining us on this episode. If Alex's smooth vocal tones made you moist, you can find his music online by searching for Exotic Potion Cookies in all the places you'd search. If you're in Australia, there's a good chance that sometime in the near future, Alex and the rest of his boys will be playing a show near you, as they are forever touring this giant sandbox. If you want more It's a Bit Shit, you can find a link to all our socials in the description below, or simply head to linktr.ee/itsabitshit. Our next episode will be out May 1st. Until then, remember to always masturbate in a private place and make sure your Bluetooth isn't connected to the home stereo. Thank you. Goodbye.